What's up? Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning, Black Cat, wherever you are. Welcome to the Black Cat Podcast Network, where we try to keep it just as real as we possibly can. Um, I'm going to get to you guys. Yesterday, we signed, was the official signing day. Now, we get into the nitty gritty. I shall get back with you after these messages.
Appreciate it, Mr. Davis. What's up? This is Thomas Davis, man, and you are watching the Black Cat Panther podcast. Make sure y'all tune in all season long.
Yeah, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking the mold? Ay, ay, walking the door, you know what happened? We step on the floor. Ay, ay, coming from on, you don't want partners, you already know it. Ay, ay, come on to it, you already know I'm finna go do it. Ay, yeah, I'm locked in, and I feel like Mark 10. Ay, walking to a room, chest up with my chin. Ay, already finished for this joint, it will begin. Ay, when is what I am, I cannot ever pretend. Ay, yeah, never pretend. Ay, back in the lab again. Ay, you when I touching the friends, ayy. You when I touching the can, ayy. Putting the points on the board, I'm killing the boys, you know what it is, ayy. Switching the moves, no number two, I came in the win. They said I'm tapped in with the action, if it got the master on the master, I can never move passive. I'm active, I can make them go close on this castle. Wanna know who running it, just ask us. On the track, I'm gunning it, I'm blasting this, that gas, and diesel, Shack and dog.
You know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat, ayy, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast, my whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat, ayy, you know I'm a beast.
Hold up. Pay attention, this is beast mode. Got an edge on the game like a cheat code. Had to tighten up my focus like a peephole. I want the rings and the chains like I'm Depot. Big dog, walking, check my status. We established when it's show. Time to squat, making plays. Ooh, it's magic like some. We want the smoke. Y'all ain't really about that action. We got perfect off the practice. They ain't working, so they lacking. I've been hungry all my life. I ain't passing up a plate. I can't quit until I win. I ain't having no debates. This is sacrifice and heart. That's exactly what.
Hey, yo! What's up with you now? What's up with you? As we always do, come on in, wipe your feet, and don't you bring that bullshit up in here. Please, please don't. I'm gonna need y'all guys to hit that like button, man. Wipe your feet. Wipe your feet. I'm not getting enough people around here wiping their feet. Wipe your feet as you come in. Hit them thumbs up. It helps me out so much with the algorithm for YouTube. Thank you so much. All right, man. Let's get into this thing. Let's get into this thing. We are one day removed from 2011. I mean, the 11th, excuse me, of March, where teams officially sign their free agents, where they put their name down in ink, depending on if you pass that physical. Right now, that's the only thing that can knock the deal off for a lot of these guys is the physical. If they don't pass physical, something could be wrong. God could, the ACL, the meniscus, something with their foot, with their toe, whatever, and that thing don't look good after they take the X-ray, what have you, and that team could pull out of that deal. Y'all, let's break down the Carolina Panthers. All right, I'm not going to do this in no order, but as I do it, I'm going to break it down. The biggest, y'all think the biggest acquisition was Jalen Phillips and Devin Lloyd. Well, I'm going to tell you something. The old Carolina Panthers, you know, they 3 phases to the football. 3 phases to the football. Defensive side, which we address the defense. The Carolina Panthers address the defense. And let me talk about this for a second. Y'all know how I do. I'm gonna go on my open soliloquy or brainstorm, rant, whatever y'all want to call it, you know, for a few minutes. You're gonna listen to the sound of my voice for a little while. And then people gonna come in here, no, or whatever. Oh, okay, that's fine. I said what I said and I meant what I meant. Period. Okay. 3 phases to the football. I don't give a damn who you is. The world champion Seattle Seahawks, Baltimore Ravens, Carolina Panthers, Buccaneers, Eagle, whoever. You got 3 phases to the football. All right. On the defensive side of the ball, the Carolina Panthers had a lot of holes, a lot of roster positions that they had to fill. Last year, they filled them with 1 and 2 year contracts. Not guys that were going to be staples of this franchise, staples of this, just basically duct tape, electric tape, masking tape, what painter's tape, whatever you want to say. Because the year prior to, they went on the offensive side of the ball, second phase to the football, and they went out there and signed 4-year contracts, and they extended people. So, y'all see the title says sign time. Well, I'm going to teach you a little bit about sign time. You just don't sign somebody. Oh, we signed this guy. Oh, it cost this amount. Oh, this amount was guaranteed. It's phases to that money, phases to this organization. Thing called a salary cap. Thing called, it's all kind of franchise tags and all kind of things like that that coincide with doing it. It's called doing business. I don't care if you run a taco stand. You still have business to attend to. You have to buy tacos, you got to buy meat, you got to buy cheese, you got to average out the cost, what it costs to run your stand, the whole 9. It's called doing business. Well, the Carolina Panthers have to adhere to that as well. They are not exempt to running a business as well. Yeah, it's a football team, but at the end of the day, it's still a business. What's going on, everybody out there in that chat, man? Y'all keep coming on in. I see y'all, man, talking about what's up, Gold. I see you, Suave. I see y'all out there, man. What's going on? Rockin' Blue. I see you, man. I see y'all boys out there. I see y'all, man. Mr. Potato Head Tepper, I like that. Delusional Patriots fan, my boy. I see you, man. Come on in. The real HATNT. Y'all come on in, man. Come on in, man. Come on in. I'm driving, man. I can't see all y'all boys, man. Dino Bravo 87. I see you, boy. Y'all keep coming on in, man. I can't, like I said, I can't look at all y'all, but I see y'all, man, and I sure enough appreciate y'all rocking with me, no doubt. West Coast Carolina, I see you, boy. Y'all keep coming on in here, man. But yeah, nobody, nobody is exempt from handling business. I don't care what you doing. Mowing grass on the side of the damn road. You still have business costs and business expenses that you have to adhere to. Okay? I'm sorry. Many of y'all have ran businesses. Many of y'all have been just employees, and you can say like Ronnie, I don't give a damn. I don't give a yeah. You don't give a damn about that fuel cost or whatever if you're not paying for it. But when your black ass don't get a raise because you out there burning it, or you on that field bullshitting and we losing games and nobody ain't coming to that stadium. Now in the thing in the NFL, it is a trickle down effect. So they're gonna make money regardless. The money flows down here, bottom pushes the top. They got a collective bargaining and all kind of that stuff right there, yada 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 yada. Everybody gets a little piece of the action. It's only 32 teams. So they are in that way a little bit different because they're gonna make money. David Tepper bought the team for $2.8 billion, and I think it's worth 5 point something now. See what I'm saying? And we ain't won last year at 8-9, which is still a losing record. That was the best year he had since he's been tenured over here as the Carolina Panthers owner. So he ain't did too much. I ain't gonna say he ain't did shit. Cause see people going, oh God, we made playoffs. Well, okay, we made the playoffs. We won 8 games. One better than what Steve Wilks did years prior. Took 3 years to do that. Okay. Hey, give credit where y'all think credit. Credit. I get credit. There you go. Don't say I ain't giving nobody no credit. One game, I gave you credit. Y'all see that backhand shit I just did? I slapped the shit out your hand with that backhand. One game, but take your credit. Take it. Hey, take that. Take it. Please take it. Take that one game. I don't know if you stick it in your pocket, hug that mother. I don't know what. I don't care what you do with it. You take that one game now. All right. But let's get back. So you guys want to say that Lloyd and Phillips, most exciting thing on the roster? No. Let's take a walk on the wild side. Let's take a walk on the wild side. Let's go over to the offense. Let's go to the offensive line, to be exact, where they spent a record-breaking $160 million 2 years ago. Well, you would think, KJ, what's up there, boy? You would think that we solidified everything 2 years ago when we spent $160 million. But like I set up, it's a business and things happen. 2 years, a lot of shit can happen. A lot of shit can happen in one season. Well, your center went to Detroit. You couldn't pay him the $16 million that he wanted because we brought him back from the dead. You know, we've done that before. We got a guy, we made him good, and then we had to ship him on because just we couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford it. We made too many moves in free agency. Like I tell you, Like I shake the table and tell you, don't build a team in free agency. You can't afford it. You can't afford to do it. So you couldn't afford him. So he goes and signs with Detroit. Huh. Then you got a left tackle that tore his patella tendon at the end of the season. Well, he was up for some money as well. But prior to that, people just say, move him to God. He ain't no good. He got that go. You know, icky. Charlotte's own. North Carolina State. That man has played all his ball in the great state of North Carolina. Yes, indeed. Life without Icky. When the season starts, volume 1, volume 2, 3, 4, 5, I'ma sit it on your ass. You're gonna get tired of me. Life without Icky. Season 1, 2, 3, 4, volume 1, 2, 3, 4. Life without Icky. For your ass. So I deem the two important signings where you couldn't afford your center and your starting left tackle gets hurt, Stone Phillips and Luke Frontier. Well, for you guys who don't know and run your damn mouth because you don't know what's going on, Stone Phillips and Luke Frontier will be your starting center and your starting left tackle for the 2026 coming season. Because life without Icky starts today. Life without Icky starts right now. Oh, I see Be Real. He says Icky can be replaced. Be real, I'm on your black ass. You understand what I'm saying? Because life without Icky, you must don't know who Stone Phillips is. You see, Be Real happens to be a guy who he's a staple at some other podcasts, and they say, "Oh yeah, we can get along without Icky." Now, do you know that they're talking about taking number 19 and possibly having to draft a left tackle because life without Icky? But we good, ain't we? Stone Phillips. Do you know who Stone Phillips is? Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Because you just talking, man. Do you know who Luke Frontier is? Of course you don't. Because you just talking, man. Stone Phillips gave up 11 sacks this year by his damn self. Stone Phillips rated a whopping 50 something, I think, was his percentage. Of course you don't know who Stone Phillips is. You just talking, man. But that's your starting left tackle. Stone Phillips played with the Raiders and got his ass mollywop. Mollywop. Okay, hold up. Let me give you the definition of mollywopping. Some people say mollywopping is an old school term. You can say Molly, which may be a female, and you slap shit out of her ass. Backhand. Or if you're dealing with a dude and you might slam his ass. But it's a knockout. You can believe that. It's a knockout. You put his ass to sleep. Mollywop. But there's a player by the name of Myles Garrett. Yeah, sack leader, 2025 season. He's a big nigga. He's a big nigga. He's a freak of nature. He cornbread fed from Texas. One time, this couple years ago, let me tell you about him. There was a video where he stood flat foot and jumped out of pool. Where the hell do they do that at? He stood. Well, y'all hold on one second. Y'all just imagine that. Standing flat foot, jumping your ass out of pool. I know none of y'all niggas can't do that. Hold on. I'm back. But that would be some Luke Cage super mutant type shit. Standing flat foot, jumping your ass out of pool. But that is one Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett happens to play defensive end, edge rusher, whatever you want. The position was birthed from defensive end. But he happens to play for a team called the Cleveland Browns. And they played the Raiders, who started Stone Phillips for 13 games. And he happened to have the pleasure of lining up beside one Myles Garrett who mollywopped his ass. Well, Stone Phillips will be starting for the Carolina Panthers. And guess what? Oh, yeah. He's going to face one Myles Garrett again, who's more than likely, unless something happened, he happened to be hurt off that day, he might have a tummy ache or something, but I doubt it. He's going to mollywop his ass again. Stone Phillips, Life Without Icky, Volume 1. Offensive side of the ball. Reason why we can't go out there and get nobody better than Stone Phillips is because 2 years ago, you spent money in free agency. The next year, you spent money in free agency. This year, you spent money in free agency. Well, down your team by the name of Taylor Moton, who had to restructure contract, voided years, and things like that. There was a guy on your team by the name of Shaq Thompson who had to restructure contracts and voided years, things like that. Now we have a great player, future Hall of Famer in my book, by the name of Derrick Brown, who had to restructure his contract. And because I don't want to say this, but tracking the way of bad business and bad contracts, like I said, it's business first. It's a business. And if Derrick Brown is not a Panther for life, I'm going to kick somebody's ass. But you're asking him to restructure his contract And a lot of times, that's not good for longevity of the player. Now with Taylor Moton, they fixed it, and somehow, and he's going to end up being a Panther for life, unless health get in the way. But if Derek Brown's not a Panther for life, somebody gonna have to answer the somebody. But that's a whole nother show. Today is signing in Life Without an Icky. You guys can answer that when I open it up. But Stone Phillips and Luke Frontier, that's who you better worry about. Your starting left tackle and your starting center. Now, Luke, I'm not too worried about him because you nestle his ass in the middle of Lewis and Hunt. Hell, we took Austin Corbin his badass knees, and then we made Cade Mays, who couldn't make it here the first time as a guard, got knocked down to the practice team, got knocked down to got sent, got shipped somewhere else and brought back. But hell, we got him $16 million being nestled between them two guards. So they gonna swallow his ass in like a newborn baby. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. But Stone Phillips, I don't know. Y'all better go away. Better go take out some damn insurance on Bryce Young's ass because Stone Phillips, Life Without Icky. Huh. Huh. Well, we re-signed Isaiah Simmons. That was a good deal. We gave a little cornerback relief, and we got Evans on the book. Another thing, Kenny Pickett. Kenneth Pickett. Well, we spent a week around here saying competition for Bryce. Competition for Bryce. Competition for Bryce. They lied to us, y'all. Got him. Got him. They got us. They got us, y'all. Ain't no competition coming in this mother. Ain't no. They got us. Got him. They pulled the wool over our eyes, man. Me too. They got me. They got me. They got me, y'all. They got our ass. They got us. They got us. They shot us one. They got us. Dan Morgan, Dave Canales, David Tepper, they somewhere in that building this morning laughing at our ass. They laughing at our ass, dummy. Buy that PSL, dummy. They laughing at our ass. They laughing at our competition. Yeah. No, they ain't bringing in no competition. They ain't bringing. They probably we sat here for a week or two talking about who could they get in the third and fourth round. They ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna do shit, y'all. They brought in Kenny Pickett. He ain't pushing nobody. He ain't pushing nothing. Only thing they did was brought him in cause Andy looked so bad against Buffalo. And that's it. They got our ass. Lied to our damn face. Just on the post. Yeah, we're bringing in competition. That was Dan Morgan. Quarterback at every position upgrade. Uh, 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 I was like, man, shut the fuck up. They ain't did nothing at that QB position, y'all. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. Don't even don't. Uh, People thought, oh yeah, Dan Morgan and Darrell Bevel, Geno Smith. Geno is at the Jets. Anybody with any type of cachet, any type of skill, Mac Jones, any, he's a threat. They're threats. They're not coming. They're not. Forget about it. Drafting Drew Allar, any of them boys that can come in here, a wrap. Forget about it. They got us. They got us, y'all. They got me too. They got me too, y'all. I woke up there. I said, damn, they got me. Kenny Pickett, boy, been in the league 4 years. What on his 17th? Kenny Pickett in a quarterback class so bad that he was picked first at number 20. Kenny Pickett got us. They got me. Got us. Well, Kenny Pickett, Stone Phillip, and Luke Frontier. Yeah, because that money got spent 2 years ago. Now we will draft next week when we start talking about this draft. We will be drafting offense because the money got spent on the defense side of the ball. We will be drafting offense. We will be bringing some guys in here to fill out the special teams and be depth pieces. Anything that you see now coming in will be a depth piece. They will draft. You got Chandler Zavala going into his, well, he'll be coming off his rookie deal, but he'll be going into third, fourth year, something like that. So, depth guard, they will draft an interior and probably draft a tackle or some kind of swing guy. And then bring in a veteran to round off that offensive line room. Red Swarm, I see you, boy. All right, y'all know around here, Black Cat Panther Podcast, man, we talk, and especially when I'm here, we're going to talk NFC South. Because, like my man Driver says, the biggest thing is winning the division, winning the South. And I'm going to tell y'all where I stand at right now. I think with the moves that the Carolina Panthers have made, we top contender in the South. We top contender. But this is not a backhand. This is not a backhand. Don't take this as a backhand. I tell you when I give you a backhand. That's not saying a lot, y'all. Because we will go. I know I will go through the NFC. Because you also got to win the NFC to get to my ultimate goal. Because I don't want to just stop at competing at the NFC South. Because y'all, you can go over there to Tampa right now, where they won the NFC South for about 4 years straight, but they was one and done in the playoffs. And what did they get them? They talking shit about the head coach, Todd Bowles. He ain't shit. Talking shit about their quarterback. He ain't shit. Out of that 4 or 5 years, they got one Super Bowl, and that was with Tom Brady, one of the best that ever done it. Future Gold Jacket, first ballot Hall of Famer. If he don't get caught up in all that other shit that they had going on during his era. But he'll have a gold jacket. He'll be up there in Canton. He'll be enshrined. They had to go get somebody that was enshrined to keep them from being a one and done. So that ain't saying a lot dominating the South. I'm sorry. The Falcons, they ain't did nothing special. They got to bounce back from James Pierce and spending all that Kurt money. They ain't did nothing. The Bucks, I just told you. Mike Evans is a 49er. That's their big gun. That cannon that they be busting. If you ever went over there to Raymond James, like I have, been there twice, they bust a cannon in the end zone. Boom, boom, boom. Sitting back there by the water, smoke everywhere. That was their cannon. That cannon gone. That cannon gone, home. That was your big gun right there. He a 49er. Right now. Falcons, Tua will be your quarterback. You're going to rush Michael Penix back. He ain't going to be ready. He's going to lose the job. It's going to look like a shit show first part of your season. But that's going to be good for the home team, the Carolina Panthers. Because y'all ain't going to South. We're going to walk through the South. Oh, yeah. We're going to walk through the South. Now, what we do to the West and the North and the East, reality, or the AFC, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, we're going to walk the South. We're going to bust ass in the South. Because y'all ain't got enough. Bucks, Saints, Falcons. Y'all ain't got enough to mess with us right now. We loaded. We loaded. Except for a key position. But we got a couple key positions over here. We loaded enough to get us through the South. And this ain't back again. About the South, I'm going to say that ain't saying nothing. So you can look at your respected team and you can take that as an insult if you want to. All I'm going to tell you to do is go get better. Go get better. Like Cam Newton say, like my dog Cam Newton said, if you don't want me dancing in the end zone, stop me. I said once again, if you don't want me dancing in the end zone, stop me. We're going to walk through the South. But that's not saying a whole lot. Once again, I got Mr. Honky Dory with a $2 super chat. He said Yash Diamond just retired. We appreciate that, Mr. Honky Dory. Last night, we broke that news last night, but we sure enough appreciate you. And Yash Nyman did retire. That's why we got Stone Phillips. And I'm gonna highlight Red Swamp. And like I said, I'm driving, so I can't see the whole thing. I was able to read Mr. Honky Dory because he didn't get long-winded with what he had to say. We appreciate that $2 super chat there, Mr. Honky Dory. But Red say he know how it feel to be loud. I guess I ain't read the whole thing. He might driver.
Yeah, I'm here, go. What to do?
Bendo, you on here? Can you read Red Swarm?
Yeah, I got you. Red
His
Swan.
comment. I couldn't even say the word about that shit. His comment.
He said, "Goat, I know all too well how it feels to be loaded. With no quarterback, doesn't always work out the way you think it will." And he got his hands up.
Mm-hmm. No quarterback don't work out how it. Driver, let me tell him this right here, driver. We gonna run through the South, driver. Driver, we gonna run through the South.
Yeah, I love everything you preaching this morning, man. Let me sit back and listen to you.
I know you would.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
I know you would.
I spit my coffee. I said, well, damn. I'm trolling,
I know you
but he making good goddamn sense. I said, well, let me get up here and just sit back. I don't gotta say shit. Listen to go.
Yeah. Driver, it's been 5 years since I could talk shit, driver. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the best at it. I'm one of the best at it, driver. I'm one of the best in the game at talking shit. But you got to have a reason to talk shit. Now, I'm going to talk shit in the South. In the South, driver. We're running through the South, driver. Driver, guess what we get ready to do? We're going to run through the motherfucking South, driver. We're going to run through there like a paper wall. Not a brick wall, like a paper wall. We're going to run through their goddamn ass. Bucks, Saints, Falcons, we're going to run through their ass, driver.
Yes, sir.
We're going to run through their motherfucking ass.
I can't wait.
Yeah. We're going to run through their ass, driver. But, driver, reality, driver. Now, let me bring you back. Let me reel you back in.
Damn.
Let me reel you back in. There's a couple motherfuckers that's coming to the bank and a couple places you got to go to. Now, see, that's different, driver. That's different. But we're going to run through the South, though. We're going to run through the South. Don't worry about them niggas, okay? I'm going to tell you that for the gate. Don't even worry about them. Don't even worry about them.
Yes, sir. I wanted to get to that tournament, go. Get me to the tournament. Hey, we got a chance to fight. So
okay.
So that's how I look at it. I look at it. Hey, anything can happen once you get into that tournament. Now you know, go.
Okay.
So that's like I say. Hey, you can't. I'm gonna say we Super Bowl contenders, but like I say, that's my opinion. So everybody else, you know, they gonna sit around here and say, well, shit. I don't think they could all get to the division round or the NFC Conference Championship. They might just be a first round exit.
What you talking about in the South?
I'm saying
you talking about them clowns. You talking about them clowns in the South?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. They can't do nothing. They can't do nothing. They can't do nothing with us. They can't do nothing with us. They one and dones. They can't do nothing.
Yes, sir.
The South belongs to the Carolina Panthers. Period, driver. Period.
Yeah, we the king of the South. I told him that. I want that division title. Again.
King, bitch. King, bitch.
Hey, go, let me ask you this. Now, you remember the discussion now, early in the season now, because I had to go back and look at it. When I asked you, I said, go. We're going to win the division, right? You said you wanted that division crown. Remember you said that?
Okay. I said, when did I say that now? Come on now, refresh me. I just said division.
I mean, we were talking about can Bryce get to the playoffs? and you say, I want that division crown. So you ain't never say that.
I said that now no confetti don't fall on my face just winning the division. I know I said that.
I mean, yeah, you said it. Now you said the ultimate goal is the Super Bowl. You want confetti. We already know that.
Ultimate
yeah,
goal.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. I mean, I ain't saying like I ain't trying to lump both of them together. You know what I'm saying? That's just we just talking about how we approach the division, just division wise. You get what I'm saying? When we talked about everybody was like, well, shit, I don't think Bryce can win the division. And then it kind of got to people saying Bryce ain't with him as the quarterback, he can't win the division. Yeah, we want it how we want it. But now this year, and I'm breaking this back up, it's more of a like, okay, we know we gonna win the division. So what I'm saying to you is that the way we win the division this year, which is 12, I believe could be a possible 12 wins. Does that matter? The way you win the division?
12 wins. I ain't with you on that one, there, bro.
No, I'm saying the way you win the division. I'm saying if we win with 12 wins, I ain't saying we're gonna win 12. I'm saying a 12-win season. Does that solidify you to make you feel like we are contending Super Bowl team?
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Okay. All right.
Most definitely. And see, Driver, you got to win some of them away games now. You got to win some of them away games now. You got to win on the road now.
Yeah, you got to do that.
You got to win on the road, Driver.
Now, I just wanted to say that because we get in that position, we win 12 wins, and then we can have people. Well, I ain't think there was a championship team. I don't think they're a Super Bowl contending team. Now people want to change their argument. So I'm just trying to see where we at. I don't want nobody to say, well, they got 12 wins, but it was fugazi.
I mean, no, they're not going to say our 12 win. We got a number one schedule. So they're not going to say that's fugazi.
All right.
They can't say that. How they going to say that when we playing teams like Baltimore, Denver, Green Bay? You can't say that. You can't say, let somebody get hurt. If quarterbacks get hurt, offensive line hurt, something like that, then you can say that. But right now, I mean, just looking at it right now, we got a number one schedule. If we had 12 wins, you can't say that.
Really, I'm saying that, go. What I'm saying that you know how people say, well, I'm kind of leading up to this. People saying that the division is so bad. And then when you get there and win 12, they're going to say, oh, that's what I'm telling you, I already see how it's going. Because I heard that the South bad. So if y'all laid out the line that, oh, we going to win the division, we ran through the South, you know what I'm saying? You said we're going to run through the South, we owe the South. Now we win 12.
We're going to run through the South.
That's what I'm saying. But then at the same time, they saying that you ought to do that because the division's so bad.
No, but see, you still got to play the Eagles, the Steelers, and the Bears.
You understand? That's why I said it. So
hold on, driver. Them is three. That's just three playoff teams right there. Then you come back, you play the Packers, the Broncos, and the Seahawks. That's another three playoff teams. That's 6 playoff teams. Even though you ran through the South, I mean, that's just a division we in. So therefore, I'm putting a stamp on it and saying we're gonna make the playoffs. I might have to revamp that bet I got with Eternal and Big G. Now, because the South's so bad. We're running through the South.
I get that's why I'm getting that, kid. I mean, go. That's why I'm getting that. Niggas saying that the South so bad, and then when we get 12 wins, nigga get up here and say, well, you got an excuse. Look how bad they got 2 in Atlanta. Look how bad they is. The Saints, you know what I'm saying? That niggas want to make excuses. So what I'm saying is I just want to hear from you before we get there, because I see how niggas try to move goalposts. Especially
I can say like this right here.
Our division.
Look at the Patriots years ago. When every year they had to go against Miami, the Jets, who still bad. Miami was bad for years. And then Buffalo was bad too. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The only good team that was in there was the Patriots, so the Patriots ran through that division. They plenty of teams that end up there, but when the Patriots will go in there, run through that division, and end up winning the Super Bowl, they still get a number 1 schedule. So when they play outside of the division, they still had to beat them teams outside their division. But the thing about it, though, driver, they had to win on the road. That's what I'm telling y'all about the Carolina Panthers. You got to win them road games. Feel what I'm saying? I don't give a damn who we signed the other day. You got to take them motherfuckers on the road with you. We can't just play at the house this year. We got to win the road.
Oh, yeah, you got to win on the road. Now, if you want to get to the playoffs, and if you want to get to the playoffs, you got to win on the road. I mean, if we would have lost against the Jets on the road and Atlanta on the road, you know, a few of those kind of like games that we really needed, you know, I'm not saying, I don't know if we played at Miami on the road, but I think we might play at the bank. But just those 2 games alone, you know, winning those 2 games, it matter. Every game on the road matter. So if you know, based on our projection, and if we, you know, the best team in the South, you know, we got to win on the road, especially with a number 1 schedule. You got to win on the road.
Got to win on the road. And yeah, Eternal, that's the game we're gonna be at. We right now it's shaping up. That's where we're gonna have the Black Cat Panther podcast meet and greet at that Ravens game, that Ravens weekend. When the dates come out and everything, we're gonna solidify it and write it in stone. But I'm gonna be at that game. I'm definitely gonna be at that game. Y'all keep that on your calendar when them dates right there get set, and see if that game is gonna be on a date where we can end up doing that meet and greet. But yeah, driver, what I'm saying is too, you gotta win the road game. And what do you think about this left tackle and this center?
They said, I know y'all said old boy retired. Was that the one that filled in for Icky?
That was the swing tackle that filled in. No, I think it was number 77. His name is Josh Neiman, and he came from Green Bay, and he been with us for about 2 years. And he was a swing tackle. He played left side, right side, but he had some injuries because he was injured when he came from Green Bay the first year, and he didn't play much. Last year he filled in for Icky. I think he filled in for Taylor one game, and I think he played a little guard, but he was a swing man.
Yeah, so that's a big blow there. You right, that because I honestly thought that who was gonna start the season with.
He was.
Yeah. So that was my perspective on that situation. So I guess now that, you know, because he played pretty well, you know, for the time being, he filled in for both of them. Because I think most of those games, man, he didn't really give up shit. So, yeah, that is a blow though. Two left tackles.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that is. But
official 77773. See, you right. See, Brady Christensen, he ain't signed yet. If Brady Christian end up leaving, that's gonna hurt us as well. And once again, y'all, we spent all that money a couple years prior on that offensive line. You can't go back and double up on that offensive line now. You got to go in the draft and get it out the draft. That's going now. Let's say that happens. Now you got to redo that whole draft board, driver. You understand what I'm saying? Because now you're looking at offensive line real hard.
I mean, I don't know, Go. I don't know. I ain't gonna buy it. I'm gonna say this. This is my opinion now. Like I say, I ain't speaking to make this feel like, you know, this is the direction they're gonna go in, or, you know, or this the correct way to approach this situation. But I say I believe, you know, they're gonna take a lineman in the draft. I just don't think it's gonna be early in the draft. You know, I think, you know, they consider, you know, our options, especially when Ickey went down. I'm pretty sure they kind of got the scoop on Josh, the guy that retired. I think they kind of pretty much got an idea of what they want to do. But I just, you know, based on what I just saw from these last few years of just the draft, I think they'd go somewhere in like the third round or something like that and try to get a left tackle or something like that. Maybe second, but I just don't see them going number one left tackle.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that, bro, because look, right now, what we got, almost a month and some change. Ickey had his surgery the other day, right? They gonna be looking at that boy's X-rays and they're gonna be putting them in the MRI machine and all that shit. They're gonna be watching that damn thing closely around here the next couple weeks to see how that joker healing. He young now. The put in thing he young, but he's still a big man. Right?
Yeah.
You gotta have to see how that thing gonna heal. So they watching that. It's still a possibility. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a possibility. You know, like I say, I'm not, like I say, I'm not gonna sit here and act like, you know, I know, but I just, you know, just based on what I just saw their transactions, and then you know, if they believe in Ickey, you know, drafting I don't see them. You ain't draft no swing tackle in the first round. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of look at that kind of a little sketchy. And if you looking to replace Ickey, and I don't think they just gonna go out on a limb and say, I'm just gonna dump this man already. You know what I'm saying? Just on the injury. I believe they gonna kind of feel like they invested a lot in them, and you know, and like you say, see how the surgery going and whatnot. So I still believe I got faith in them though. You know what I'm saying? It's players out there. I mean, Josh Norman, the guy, I don't think he was like, you know, the greatest, you know, one of the, you know, great, you know, at his position. I think it's players that was out there or still a free agent that probably could be somewhere on his level or a little better. So yeah, it's still players out there now. It's still an offensive tackle.
Stone Phillips getting ready to start. Y'all better go ahead and do your research on Stone Phillips. That's gonna be your starting left tackle. He gonna start. He played 13 games last year. He gonna start. So what you think about John Mechie?
I just like I say, man, I watched a little tape on him yesterday, man. I just think he moved. He brings something to the table that we've been missing though. And
what's that?
Just awareness. A guy who got, you know, who got route running. He got good hands. I think he'll be available. You know, I think he dealt with, you know, with that cancer situation. It kind of, you know, took some, you know, for his production off his career. But if I kind of examine the 9 games he played with the Jets, and with those 9 games, he still managed to give you some, like I say, couple of about 250, something like that. I mean, that's still good just on, knowing that he played, with some mediocre quarterbacks. So I kind of look at that situation like, yeah, we stepped up in that position, So a lot of people say, well, they don't know, he been traded here and there. They ain't got shit to do with, far as what we got on our team, because Coker still got to get paid, and he's been unhealthy for 2 years straight. So if you just look at, you got to look at, production. Just you got to have people available, man, so you won't tail off. So I think that's a huge pickup, though. I think that's an underrated pickup too. People really sleeping on him. So,
but somebody got to go though, driver. Somebody got to go.
I don't really know how how things will work out for as Excel, man. Like I say, I keep him over Chuba. That's just me. Like if I'm looking at just base potential, if I want somebody just to kind of be like, what, I kind of work his way in. But I don't know, man. It's going. I'm telling you, man. Like you watch old boy play, man. His footwork and what they was doing with Excel last year, they were pretty much was doing the same shit with him, running across the middle, doing little certain shit. And if you don't know how to find little holes in the defense, bro, and beat that zone and know how to turn your feet and certain shit like that, bro, you is not gonna be on that field. So I say, I think that's what's gonna be the uphill challenge for Excel is playing. He actually going to get some experienced players they bring it in. So yeah,
you're absolutely right, man. These receivers now, the way the NFL is going, you got to work in that zone, because the way that the defense is able to attack you, everybody got to go to a zone, because they kind of got to play out, because you can't be too handsy coming out the line. You can't rush the passer certain type of way. You can't hit what they call an unprotected receiver, what I'm saying, like that. So a lot of these teams, they going to show you. That's the thing with the defense. They're going to show you something. They're going to come out of it. They're going to go back in it and stuff like that. The biggest thing is they're going to play with a quarterback mind. You know what I'm saying? Pre-snap. But most of it is going to be a zone. You know what I'm saying? A zone type scheme for the gate, especially in coverage. So if you can get back there as a receiver and get your hips turned and get in there and find them holes, and we know Excel, I like him, but that's not his game.
Yeah, that ain't his game.
We all know that ain't his game. So if he got a weakness in his game, getting them hips turned, finding them holes, awareness, tapping your feet along the sideline, we already know that's something he got to work on. That's something, like Ronnie say, that's something he got to develop. Now going out yonder and getting past that defense, that's what he do. Going up there and getting that thing, that's what he do. Being big and strong and keeping the motherfucker off the line, that's what he do. But like I'm with you 100%, driving everything you said. Mitch is gonna come in here, and he did that. He caught 29 passes with Justin Fields, goddamn whatever one name he started for the Bills.
Tyrod
Taylor.
And the other dude they played with too. There's another dude.
They ran 3 or 4 quarterbacks, and right there toward it. Well, since he didn't get there toward the end, but you know what I'm saying? Still catching 29 and having almost 300 yards. That's still sweet. And we know who he is. We know he's like you said, the cancer or whatever, early part of his career had the first year, put him back a little bit, but we know he's an accomplished receiver.
Yeah, why I said, just somebody just a little bit more fluid, and like I said, he's been around the league a little while too. So I think, bring that in and, just challenge it in the other players. And like I say, if you just looking at what who brings what to the table, you kind of know, if you know, you know. So that's why I say it'll be, he'll have the opportunity, but we'll take advantage of it. That's the thing about Excel, because they're gonna give him the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's up to him to, can you adapt to, to the situation? But I ain't gonna really hold too much on him though, because like I say, I like I told people with Canales, man, a lot had to do with him too. How his play calling was last year, and when people like, well, you say, well, I was like, look, bro, even when Andy Dalton was in the game, bro, like I could tell when a coach, he runs certain plays or certain schemes, but you should know, okay, like shit, what he just did on this play, like that ain't what we call common sense football. You know what I'm saying? So especially in the red zone, you know what I'm saying? So I just kind of looked at that, and I think that kind of, whether people like it, I just think that kind of rubbed, a lot of players the wrong way. And Excel came out and said something about it. So, I mean, that could be the case too, That's why I say I can't really say. We'll see this year, though. We'll see with Excel this year.
Tell you the truth, I don't think that media stuff kind of bothers Canales. I don't think he the type of person that say, "Oh, take that shit personal," you know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
be like, "Oh, motherfucker want to talk about me? I get your ass up out of it." I don't think he carries that type of cachet or that type of basically chip on his shoulder like that. He knows that he green. I tell y'all all the time that he green, and he be fucking up sometimes. And I told y'all from the gate that he didn't need to be calling plays because he green.
Yeah.
And that's why they took, and that's one big reason why they took the play calling from him. But to give it to Brad Issy, and people thinking it's gonna change so drastically, no, it's not. It's gonna still be the same offense. I hope everybody know that. It's gonna be the same. Now Brad might where you might notice, say, Canales might have called a run here, Brad might call a pass or something like that. Or Brad might call some kind of screen or reverse or something like that. Now they ain't gonna play cards the same way. They ain't gonna play chess. Everybody got they style. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their different style of play
He's
call.
gonna add his little wrinkle to it.
Yeah. So that might throw where people got Canales' number, say I don't know why I won't call that man. Look, Todd Bowles, no Canales inside and out. When we play the Buccaneers next year, it's probably gonna look a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because he see Brad when he know Canales. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be subtle, but you might, if you looking at the game, you might notice a little bit different. Now, could it be a well-oiled machine? I don't think it's gonna be that much of a difference where it's done turned into a well-oiled machine. Like we just going down on motherfuckers, and it's still gonna be 3 and outs. It's still gonna be stall outs in plays because it's pretty much the same guy. I want to know what you think about this though, driver. Now I'm looking at the schedule. Now take out the Falcons, take out the Buccaneers, take out the Saints. What you think about? And I'm just doing these road games. The Eagles on the road.
I actually think that'll be a game that we know. I think we can win that game on the road. Not trying to just say that because we played them well the last time. I think both of those teams, defensive wise, it's gonna be kind of like a defensive game. I ain't gonna say we got the edge. I just think we might just be, we might just have a day, have a number that day. So I'm not saying that we just gonna go beat them in Philly, but I don't see them 1 or 2 games or that's superior than us. I think we kind of on the same level. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you.
So you think we on the same level as the Eagles?
I mean,
you got to elaborate a little bit more with that right there.
Now. Well, they lost their offensive lineman coach. They fired their offensive coordinator. I think this is like his 7th offensive coordinator in the last 7 years. I think they lost like 3 or 4 starters on defense. It just not. I'm not just like I said. I'm not, saying that we're better to just overall better than. I think we kind of like in the same, but I just think that ain't a game where we coming into that like how we used to be the last few years. Like we can't win. I think we supposed to win going to Philly. That's why I kind of think we got the edge on that. I think our players feel like they could beat them though. No lie.
Okay. Well, I'm like CJ Hill. Saquon Barkley gonna play a big part in that right there, and then it's gonna determine on the time that we play them. I'll go back when they set the dates right here and see when we play them boys. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's cold in that run game, bro, that's a whole nother damn thing. And then that could be we saying that the Carolina Panthers got a #1 schedule. That could be a damn Monday night game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I say
Monday night in the cold.
Hey, but we didn't give up a 300-yard pass last year. I don't think Jalen Hurts is no quarterback that when we look at that game and when we leave that game, we're gonna say shit. Jalen Hurts threw for 300 yards and beat us. So like you say, I mean, Saquon Barkley, I mean, you know what he is. But I mean, that's why we got what we got on the defensive side of the ball. So that's why I'm banking on. I look at our defense, and I think that for us in that run game, man, we're gonna be pretty good, go. I think we're gonna be good as hell stopping that damn run.
Okay. Well, let me ask you another one. At the Browns.
I give us that. Now, I believe we're gonna win that game now. Hell yeah. There ain't no question about that. That's us.
What about it? What if you clean? What if snow's on the ground?
I mean, that ain't whether I ain't really focused on that, go. I'm not.
Why not?
I mean, because
that's a factor.
No, I mean, what I'm saying is this. Everybody got to play through rain, snow, wind. I mean, that goes with everybody. And if you look at our team last year,
we went to Green Bay last year and caught the wind was blowing. The coach had to factor in that the wind was blowing, so he said we deferred the ball in the first half so the wind could be on our back in the second half.
Yeah, that's a smart coach. So that's smart.
Wind do play a fact. That snow on the ground, wind below zero, whatever, that play a fact.
I'm not finna sit here and justify playing in Cleveland snow to make it feel like, that's gonna, be the reason we lose to Cleveland. Now, if you talking about they got, X, Y, and Z, in which they got some, heavy hitters on their defense, and I love Shador. So I think they're gonna be able to push the ball and be a better team. But I just don't see they not on in the same class as Carolina. I say that. They just not.
Okay. This is your opinion. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. And you saying right now, we're gonna come back to this. We're gonna come back to this, right?
I mean, I know who the Eagles and I know who Cleveland is.
But listen to what I'm saying. You, Driver, you are pretty much a part of Black Cat Panther Podcast. You were on Station 88 as a guy that give commentary on Station 88 on Thursday night. You gonna be around here. You know I'm coming back to this now. When they put them damn dates out there, and we play them motherfuckers in December, I'm coming back to this. You know I'm coming back to this. Because
Oh
you
yeah.
told me you don't give a damn about the weather or anything like that.
Nah, I'm not playing Cleveland.
Okay. I'm just okay. What about the
I ain't hear who you said.
what about the Steelers?
Now that game
Hear me,
right there,
Driver?
we got to see who they get at quarterback. I can't really judge that game. I think that game right there could be competitive, and it might could get that game right there though. I mean, Steelers always play good football, so I ain't sleeping on them. I don't know about that
Yeah, but
quarterback.
that ain't Mike Tomlin over there no more. That's Mike McCarthy now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got them. My bad. That's Mike McCarthy. We got them. Yeah. We got them. My bad. I had to think about it. I'm glad you said
See,
that.
I'm
He ain't shit.
I'm throwing everything at you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm throwing
He ain't got
everything
no
at you.
quarterback, and he can't call plays. So I ain't. That's. We already know he is. He was trash in Dallas. He was trash in motherfucking Green Bay. He can win all them games.
He won a chip in Green Bay though.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers said he was one of the dumbest coaches he ever had. Yeah, go look up the interview. That's what he said out his own mouth.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there, Driver. Now, what about the weather, Driver? What if we play them in December? You ain't worried about the weather over there neither, right?
Well, I mean, Steelers football is an accomplished organization. I mean, they always been one of those, pinnacles of the NFL, going back to the 70s. So I'm not sleeping to the, gonna act like, that's not NFL football. But one thing I do know is that they got a dumbass head coach. He ain't nowhere near accomplished as Mike Tomlin. Just because he got a Super Bowl, that's cool. But he ain't that. He ain't Mike Tomlin at all.
Is he dumb as Kevin Stefanski?
They about on the same level. Two of the dumbest niggas in the game.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, man, go listen to Eric. Y'all think I'm lying? This man came out of his mouth and said he didn't even listen to this nigga calling plays. He one of the dumbest motherfuckers in the league.
Damn.
That's what Aaron Rodgers said.
You say he dumb as Kevin Stefanski.
They about on the same level.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
No lie. They about on the same level.
Well, we play him too.
Yeah,
in Atlanta.
Yeah. Done it.
Damn. Done it. What about in Minnesota? Now that's in a dome, so don't worry about the weather on that. That's just the Vikings.
We gotta look at who they signed, man. They signed Kyle Murray. Then yeah.
I was thinking about that last night, Drop. That's why I said whoever pop up, I'm gonna talk about this with them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing this little exercise. If they sign Kyler Murray, that's gonna be a resurgence for that boy with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, they got
Justin
a good team over
there. See, Kyler Murray got an arm. He can do all that little rolling out and this and that because Justin getting ready to go, and Justin gonna go get that goddamn thing. You understand what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a resurgence for Kyler Murray right there, and he probably gonna have a chip on his shoulder. Then that little motherfucker gonna be mad. He gonna be mad. He gonna be a little mad little dwarf. He gonna be mad.
I like that boy. I say I can't really say, if they get Kyle Murray, man, they gonna be. I think they might be pretty explosive, man.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I'm not gonna. I can't really give us that win right there. If I see us losing one, and they hot at that time, because like I say, I love their defensive coordinator. I love the head coach. They got two quarterbacks capable of winning the game on their roster. I mean, if they add Kyle Murray, I mean, you don't know at what point in the season they could get hot. So I'm not going to say I think that's a loss until we find out about Kyle Murray.
I'm looking for that shit to drop anytime the day or tomorrow for them to finalize that. You gonna know about that or the week, maybe possibly even drag into the weekend. But you get ready to know about that in just a little bit if they can get ready to get Kyler Murray.
And when people sleeping on Kyle Burr is a 2-time Pro Bowl quarterback. They really only dealt with like his immaturity. I don't think they really questioned his game as much, but I think they just really questioned his motivation to the game.
His motivation, his motivation, and just like you said earlier, his maturity. Because to put that in his contract that he needs to study more and watch more film and all that stuff. See, you as a professional, or you trying to be better, be great. See, he thinks he's already great. See, his cockiness and just going off his ability with his arm and his talent in his arm. Because he got the arm of a 6'5" motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if he was 6'5", can run like he can, and that arm he got, shit, he could get away with not identifying the mic, cause he'd be able to see over the top, and he already dot motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have some of them physical attributes, and a lot of receivers can't play with you. Now, Justin Jefferson is a different animal. He's never had that other than D-Hop playing with. But D-Hop still would go out there, you know what I'm saying, and get that thing. D-Hop even said himself, when he looked back and this nigga still scrambling, see, he didn't like to have to come back to the ball. You see what I'm saying? That was the difference between them two. Justin Jefferson gonna come back and get that motherfucker and then take it back out there.
Oh yeah. Justin Jefferson get 1,000 yards with anybody. You just throw the ball up.
Yeah, anybody. All right. So what you think we're gonna do against Green Bay again?
On the road again, I'll see us winning that game.
Elaborate for me.
I just think based on last year results, it was kind of, our day. Like I kind of where I feel about how we won, how we gonna win, beat Philly and Philly. I feel like like that. It's just one of those type of games. It's just bit for us to win. So
what you saying? What you saying is they're not gonna take us light walking in the Lambeau again.
Yeah, I think that too. That game gonna be more of about try to assert their will, because like you say, they actually a good overall team. If you look at them, it kind of how we built. They got a pretty good defense. They got an offense. They can move the ball. I think they coach is probably. I give him a little better grade than our head coach. So I just think everything they played at home in Lambeau. Yeah, I just think everything, just for them. My boy come back off injury. I just think they just will be probably a better team because they was pretty good last year, and I think they'll be back on the same page again next year. I think that's what we got to worry about in the playoffs. Yeah.
I think, hold up. I'd have to hold up a second, driver, because I want to say they signed another defensive piece, which to me put them over the top. I've been looking at so many people, y'all. I got so many teams in my head. I can't just often say, this, that, this one, that one, that. I don't want to misspeak. You know what I'm saying? I think they signed somebody else, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get back to my page. That be the NFC North. Y'all hold tight. Green Bay. So I can see the Packers. Yeah, Javon Hargrave. What you think about that?
I don't
They did
really
that
know much
yesterday.
about him. Where he came from? Minnesota?
D tackle, yeah, from
Yeah,
Minnesota.
okay.
Yep.
I thought that's what I had to think about who you were talking about. Yeah, shit. That what I'm saying. Minnesota had some piece on that defense too. So you say where he just landing at Green Bay?
Hargrave in Green Bay. Yeah, see, and
Yeah,
Hargrave.
they go. That's why I say,
See,
man, they gonna be good. They gonna be good next year, man.
Hargrave is a 3-tech. Y'all know what? That's what was on my mind because I knew I say, well, damn, Hargrave's a 3-tech. You gonna put him on that same side with Micah. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they went and did it.
Yeah.
Now that's gonna free either one up.
Yeah, they're gonna be tough to beat, man. That's what we gotta play. I think that's a challenge right now. I think they're gonna beat us though. Yeah, I got them beating us. They built to be in the playoffs, you know. They was in the playoffs. They just keep adding more to that tank they got over there. So yeah, that defense already stopped.
They definitely built the goal. You know what I'm saying? They definitely built the goal right now.
And
see,
that's
gonna be a battle. That's gonna be a battle down there in that north, though. Up there in that north. That's gonna be a battle.
What people understand, I'm telling people, like, just like me and you were going, you know, I would try to explain about Michael Parsons. He can't stop the run. That's the reason why they went and got that boy. They need a nigga get down there in them trenches. We ran up through that motherfucker right through the hole. Got Rico to the head about 180 on them motherfuckers.
But that's the left side. That's your speed side. 9 times out of 10, driver, you know it's all about ball placement. That right side is gonna be the long side of the field. That left side gonna be the short side of the field. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you coming on that left side, that blind side. That right side gonna hold shit down. That's the anchor side. See, anybody know football? You know what I'm saying? On both sides of the ball, right side defense, left side defense, right side offense, left side offense. Y'all already know that. You got that. That's why. See, when you playing tackle, and people think, "Oh man, I can just move from right tackle to left tackle." No, you can't. Some that can. Don't get me wrong. Some that can, but at a high level, no, they can't. Because it's adjustment to the speed. It's adjustment to the power. It's adjustment. Same thing with the guard. You're gonna do more double teaming on the right than you do the left. Combo blocks with the center tackle. You're going to put the end on one side. Well, depending on what the scheme is, 13, 12, whatever. I mean, we'll get into that later on. But that's just nuances of the game. So you're not going to, Micah, Brian Burns, people like, you're not going to ask them for run support all the time unless they get caught in there.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Go now. You correct about what you were saying. I was bringing that up to the point, like when the reason why Jerry Jones didn't want to overpay him, because on that particular on his particular his particular attribute for the defense, he ain't really good in the run. So even like if I'm an overpay a motherfucker all that money, and I'm like how Jerry Jones is, if you can't stop the run and goddamn rush the quarterback, I'm not finna overpay you all that money. That's what I stand on. Now, if you're looking at Green Bay and what I was bringing that up to, yeah, you had Michael Parsons last year, but why you think what the reason why they was losing a lot of games, even with Michael Parsons, is because niggas could run on your motherfucking ass.
Well, two. They got rid of LaFleur was doing some dumb shit in the red zone. That was one, and they wasn't putting a lot of points on the board. You know what I'm saying? That offense, because that you remember that tight end got hurt. and that was Jordan Love. That was a number one target. I think they need a little bit another weapon or two over there.
They just lost Westcott, didn't it? They just lost one of their wide receivers.
Hold on. Since we go in there and see, hold on a second. Since I was in the NFC, I can go back and see what they did. Now they did some shit. Now,
yeah, I think they lost a wide receiver, one of their best wide receivers.
I'm not saying that. I see.
Yeah, Romeo Dobbs, New England. They put it in the chat. Yeah,
we already on them. Look like a lot of they signings. I don't see what they I can't see on this page what they lost.
Yeah, they lost Dobbs.
Cause they did a lot of signing on defense. They signed a cornerback. They signed like I said, Javon. They signed a linebacker, and they signed an offensive lineman. So you said they lost Romeo?
Yeah. He got paid some money. Man, where he went to, didn't it? I don't know where they knew, man. Shit, he pretty good in New England, wanted him.
I have to go back to my other page. Like I said,
I don't know too much about Dobbs like that. I'm not, like saying he one of the elite wide receivers in the league. I'm just saying they lost somebody that could contribute to their offense last year. So, whether you think he elite or not, I don't know what his stats was.
Well, all right. Yeah, the rest of them at home. The rest of them tough games is at home. So
and that's all the tough games we get go on the road.
No, what? No, hold on. Well, like I said, the regular division game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. No, I'm talking about outside the division. Them
outside the division, yeah.
Shit. That's why I can see about 11 to 12 wins. I can see that shit. You got what? Philly, Green Bay, Minnesota, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. That's basically what you're telling me, right?
That's what I said.
Good. Yeah, shit.
But driver,
what's going on, Joe? What's going on, driver?
What's going on, broski? This team, driver, is terrible on the road. It's terrible. Be real now.
Yeah, they've been. If we're talking about, like, because I like to go off the last like 2 or 3 years, especially when we talking about road. Yeah, that's we horrible now. I'm not even gonna get up here and act like we won the like top teams or even the top 15 team on the road. Nah, we ain't got there yet, Go. We ain't got there.
Well, Broski is an NFC North guy. Broski, how does Green Bay look?
Yeah, man. Thanks for saying that, because I heard you talking some NFC North. Figured I'd call in. So Green Bay, their biggest loss this offseason was their defensive coordinator, Hafley. Dude came in and turned that defense around a couple of years ago, man. He's a stud defensive coordinator. He's now the head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
Dang.
So, that's a big loss. The guy they replaced him with, what's his face? Something Gannon. He's not that great, man. And then Michael Parsons, nobody really knows when he's going to return from his injury. So he might miss the first month. He might miss the first 2 months. Nobody really knows right now.
So it all depends on when we're going to play them. Oh, shit. Okay. We might still have them down, problem.
I'm looking at and I'm gonna say this. I'm looking at Romeo Dobbs right now. He led their team in receptions, yards, touchdowns. Bro, he got the most first downs on their team with 41. He moved the chain. You talking about 41 first down? That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, see, I'm gonna say this. See, right here around Pantherland. Right here, Black Cat, we gonna talk everything, and then we gonna put it in the structure of the Panthers. We're gonna talk these different teams, we're gonna talk matchup. All them other guys talk about Panther, Panther, Panther. Oh, we gonna whip everybody ass, this and that. It's not like that, y'all. You got to know these opponents. You got to know these opponents.
Yeah, and talking about the Packers wide receivers, they still have Christian Watson. They still have Jalen Reed, who to me, Jalen Reed was their best all-around receiver. He was hurt a little bit last season. And then they have the guy they drafted in the first round last year, Golden. So those three wide receivers, I think they're fine. I think they're good. They got some speed. They have two outside guys, and they got a slot guy with those three. So I think they'll be all right. And they have that tight end Kraft, who honestly, when he plays, man, he's one of the better tight ends in the entire league.
Yeah, and he got hurt that year when we played him. He was hurt.
Yeah.
That's why they weren't effective in the red zone. They went down to the red zone 4 times and come up with nothing.
That's why I think that game's still gonna be tough, though. I'm not gonna sleep on them. I mean, I think we might could. It could be where that they defensive coach that went to Miami might be, might hurt them. But like I say, Green Bay historically I always play good at Lambeau, so I'm not gonna
absolutely.
Them just know.
Green Bay lost their other starting DN, Gary. He got traded to the Cowboys. He's been a really good player for them for a long time.
Exactly. You're exactly right, broski. I like Gary.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, the Packers are the Packers. They don't really do anything too exciting in the offseason. They kind of just have that next man up approach with their team, similar to like Kansas City or the Eagles or something like that. They are one of those organizations that have that established. So they're not going to be splashing in the offseason. Their biggest hole right now in their team is left tackle because they don't have a left tackle. They literally don't have a left tackle on their roster. So that's a problem. Their left tackle, Rasheed Walker, free agent right now. So they haven't signed him. He's looking to get paid. Not sure what the Packers are going to do at left tackle.
Detroit. Now, Detroit last year, they lost both of their coordinators. I think that machine slowed down a little bit. How you think they looking? Going into the season?
I think the Lions will look good on offense. I think they'll be fine. They're another team. They need to find a new left tackle. But I think other than that, on offense, they're going to be good. They're going to be scoring points. They're going to be one of the best offenses. As far as their defense, man, I'll tell you what, their defense looks like it has more holes than the Iranian Navy right about now. I mean, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch, neither one of those guys are going to be ready to start the season. They lost their top nickelback, Amik Robertson, who was a good little player for him. Other than Jack Campbell at linebacker, they don't have any linebackers. They don't have another DN besides Hutch. They are thin at D tackle. They have old hurt McNeil at defensive tackle, who as soon as he got his big payday a few years ago hasn't done anything. Defense is looking soft.
Bam. All right. You hear that, don't you, Driver?
I mean, yeah, I kind of figure, I understand that Detroit kind of, you see, to me, I look at them as they got the right coach, the right culture, but I think it's just taking a little while for everything to catch up. You know what I'm saying? I think, them dealing with, you losing players, because to me, it seems like the more they develop good talent, the more they leave. So I think, you're dealing with injuries, you're losing players here and there, you're losing coaches. I mean, they just dealt with a lot. But I think he gonna get it back around though. When you win, you're gonna lose coaches.
That's a good point, Driver. And they lost Ben Johnson last year. Obviously, they brought in John Morton as their offensive coordinator. He flopped. I mean, he was terrible. Dan Campbell had to take play calling back from him halfway through the season.
Yeah.
So that didn't work out with John Morton. And now they bring in this Petsing, offensive coordinator from the Cardinals. Like he's not good either. So You know, we'll see how it plays out, but there's a chance Dan Campbell might be calling plays again this season, which is not a good thing.
Yeah, but you know they got a whole offseason to address that. I think he's going to address that because Dan Campbell, he's a competent head coach.
Yeah, competent. That's it. And see, that's what Driver was saying. See, he motivates too. Dan Campbell motivates those guys. Players won't play for Dan Campbell. They give all for Dan Campbell.
Oh yeah. They
So,
give you money over there.
already, when you say that about Green Bay, I wasn't looking at it that way. Broski explained it. We might could still go in there and steal that game. We might could steal that game.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: if we play in the beginning of the season, I think we do steal that game. The more later that game, if it's later on the schedule, I think that's where the problem comes in that right.
Yeah. Them, especially them away games. If them away games, it depends on a lot of them away games what time they is.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on timing with them away games.
Yeah.
But J Live, we running through the South.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I heard your ass talking that shit this morning. You knew you was getting me riled up.
We running through the South.
Now go. Don't do that to yourself, man. You better set them your expectations, set it back a little bit. Now I know y'all feeling good over a draft, but y'all still got the same damn issue. Y'all rolling out that same offense y'all rolled out last year. Y'all gonna have them same struggles, if not more, because y'all don't even have Rico. Y'all still gonna struggle on offense. No matter what you do to that defense, you still got to put up points. And while y'all scoring field goals, we gonna be scoring touchdowns, and that's gonna be the story of y'all season.
You better tell us something, Driver. Tell us something, Driver. Tell him who
Man,
we is, Driver.
J Live just what you call. He want to provoke.
Driver, you stop me when I'm lying, bro.
He want to provoke shit to make his argument about.
I'm provoking shit.
His team.
I thought y'all said
and
y'all
his
was running through the
quarterback.
South.
But we know
He's gonna run through the South.
we know what J Live
What
expectation
offense,
is here. I know you, J Live. You know what your expectation is this year
Division
for your
champs
quarterback.
and
For your
to be competitive.
quarterback to do what?
Playoff.
What your quarterback gonna do, J Live?
He gonna shine. But look, bro, we got big goals.
But hold up, J Live. Now I'm gonna go back to Broski one more time. Now, Broski, Driver brought up a good argument. If the Vikings get Kyler Murray, what you think about that?
Man, a lot of people are hyping that up. This is let's just take a step back real quick. Kevin O'Connell is on the hot seat this year, right? They just fired the GM. Like, this is Kevin O'Connell's 5th season. He needs to win playoff games because he has not won a playoff game in his tenure as head coach.
Yeah.
KOC has
All
his
these
system.
teams gotta play the
He's
whole
not
South.
he doesn't. I'm
All
sorry,
these teams
go.
gotta
I'm
play the
sorry.
whole South. That go for you too, J Live. All these teams got to play the
Yeah.
whole South now.
So
we play
here's
the
the thing with
weakest
KOC. KOC is like very regimented. He's not like, he doesn't vary from his system. He's not one of those adaptable offensive, system kind of play calling coaches. Kyler Murray does not fit the mold of quarterback that KOC likes to work with. Other than the fact he's a veteran quarterback. So he likes to have a veteran quarterback, especially this being a year that he's on the hot seat. Vikings, I mean, they need to address their trenches. They need to address their O-line and D-line, and they have a weak secondary. Like their cornerbacks and safeties, man, that's a weakness. You know what I mean? They do have Van Ginkel, they do have Dallas Turner, they do have Grenard on the edges, so they can get some pass rush. But the big boys up front, both sides of the ball, they're a little light in the trenches, I would say.
Now, you say our quarterback, I talk shit about our quarterback, one thing he does do, if you got a weak secondary, he'll eat your ass up. He'll eat your ass up if you got a weak secondary now.
I don't know about that. That's not true.
I got
Yeah.
get a little bastard credit.
That's
He'll
not true.
eat your
Not
ass up if you got a little. Yes,
according
it
to
is.
the
Yes,
200
it is.
yards a game.
If you got a weak secondary, our little quarterback will eat
I'm
your
just
ass
saying,
up.
bro.
He'll think and dunk on your ass and then take a shot. He'll eat your ass up. If you got a weak
Yeah,
secondary.
Well, that sound like ding, 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 and take a shot.
Yeah, the thing is, Brian Flores is still their defensive coordinator, so he kind of coaches them up.
That's what I was saying about Minnesota. You know, I love their defensive coordinator, Brian Flores. So, I mean, it to me, a good coach could, you know, put players in position, you know, to kind of like offset their weaknesses, you know, put them in, you know, create certain schemes, you know. Everything ain't gonna be, you know, you got to rely on the coach, but I think he's just that good of a coach to where, you know, he could keep them above water. So
exactly,
if anything, they ain't gonna be around that worried about what if the defensive coach doing his job. Everybody still got questions about the offensive coordinator. So, I mean, the head coach. So we already know what's going on that. But they just ain't had to look at quarterback. They let Sam Darnold go.
Yep.
So I mean, that's really the front office. That's why, like you said, he got fired. Did you say he got fired?
Yeah.
Minnesota
yep.
GM? Yeah. So
that's
kind of, you know, that was related to that Sam Darnold shit. You see what I'm saying? So
but that's why Kevin O'Connell's on the hot seat too, though, driver.
I mean, he was on
it absolutely is. Like the Vikings organization is different than most others. They have a really weird approach for like signing players, drafting players. It's almost like a 3 or 4 headed monster. I think I was talking about this on the show the other week. It's not like the GM's like solely responsible for like player personnel and signings and stuff. It's like a collaborative effort between like 3 or 4 people, one of which being the head coach. So yeah, some of it is on KOC. They're terrible drafts they've had for the last like almost 10 years, but under KOC, all their drafts have been terrible. You know, they haven't signed the best free agents. They let some go they should have signed. So the strength of the Vikings defense is their linebackers and edge rushers. That's certain. Offense, they got playmakers. They got Justin Jefferson. They have Addison. They have Hockenson, and they have that other tight end. I think was it Oliver or something like that. He's pretty good. They have Jordan Mason. They have Aaron Jones at running back.
They brought that running back so that because I think he took a $5 million pay cut to restructure his contract. So, like I say, I don't think Minnesota's gonna be as bad as, you know, what it could be on paper, but I mean, you don't know, man. It just got a lot of quarterback questions in that organization right now. So that's why I kind of look at it, because I don't know if they really want to stick with JJ or, like you say,
no. JJ, I think JJ done.
Yeah,
I think JJ done, especially if they bring in Kyler.
Yeah, so I that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah.
Now the Bears, the powerhouse of the North right now. What did the Bears do?
So the Bears are trying to get younger, especially on defense. So the Bears let both their safeties walk. They let Kevin Byard walk. They let Jaquan Brisker walk. Kevin Byard led the league in interceptions, was first team All-Pro last year.
Dang.
The only thing about Kevin Byard is he's 33 years old and wanted a 3-year deal. He ended up settling for a 1-year deal with the Patriots, I think, for like $10 million or something. But yeah, I mean, they want to get younger. Like they signed Kobe Bryant, the free safety from the Seahawks. They signed linebacker Devin Bush, who was the Browns' leading tackler last year, makes plays on defense. He was a former first-round pick, by the way. They signed a couple D tackles. You know, basically their signings are on defense. They're they're doing pretty well on offense. You know what I mean? They did sign that little punt returner, kick returner from the Lions, Khalif Raymond. He's been a good return guy for them for a long time. So that was a good little move. But yeah, I mean, the Bears, they have 4 picks in the top 90 for the draft. I think they have 5 picks in the top like 130. So if their draft this year is anything like last year's draft, I mean, they're going to get some starters out of those picks. And they're just going to keep retooling, man. They have targets for Caleb to throw to, man. They have Rome. They have Burden. They have their other rookie receiver from last year, Jade Walker. They have Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet at tight end. I mean, they still have Monangai and Swift at running back. They still have a good O-line. So offensively, I think they're looking really good. Caleb's going to be better also. He's another year in the system. He's going to be better. Defense is the concern for the Bears. So I hope they kind of address that a little bit more in the draft. But man, if they can focus on that and improve that defense, which I like some of their signings so far. They got younger and faster. Keep doing that. Dude, I look at them like they're the best team going into the season out of the teams in the North, man.
Yeah, I agree.
So how you think you line up with the NFC South?
NFC South, I mean, man, like the NFC South teams really don't bother me like that. Other than possibly the Panthers, because to me it's like this. The Panthers could be strong in the trenches, which it seems like their O-line. That's the big question. Like, is the center you guys signed going to be good? Are you going to find a left tackle who's good? And because you guys need both of them, right?
We signed a left tackle.
Who'd you sign?
That good. We signed Stone Phillips.
Oh, you did. That's right. Okay. We'll see how you pans out then. You know, but I think you improved your front 7 on defense. I mean, it should be better, man. You have Lloyd, you have Phillips. Nick Scorton's going to be, you know, not a rookie anymore. He'll take a step up. So the way the Panthers play, man, with you know, they can run the ball a little bit. Like, but to me, that's another question, right? You got to get another running back. I don't think if I don't know what week the Bears played the Panthers, but if it's like week 8 and Chuba's already worn down, and I don't know, man, you're gonna have to score some points, I think, to keep up with the Bears. That's for sure. I don't think it's gonna be some.
Basically, you saying you only worrying about the Panthers in the South, not the Saints, not the Falcons, not the Bucks.
Hey, I think the Saints kind of flying on the radar, man.
I think the Saints would be the other team I would actually worry about a little bit, honestly, because and it's real simple. Like, I don't know, man. I think they're kind of, even though they're in cap hell, they're still doing some good moves. I like Tyler Shuck. If their O-lines and D-lines can still play, they're going to be tough. I mean, they were a tough out last year.
I just want to correct one thing. The Saints aren't in cap hell anymore. That's just the narrative that they run.
No, they're not?
Like the Saints.
No, they right now got. They still in cap hell.
I thought they were.
We got 19. Listen. We got 19 million this year, and right now we got like 100 and something million next year. They lied. That
next year.
Yeah, next year, and then by the time you come back in there and start paying dead cap and voided years, you're gonna be right back. You ain't gonna get rid of $44 million like that.
Bro, we getting rid of it this year. This is our last hard hit on dead cap. And we still got 19 million under the cap to spend. Now, next year, we started with 140 after all these signings and stuff. Right now, we're at like 100 and something million. Now, look, but even if we do make some moves, we still gonna have, 80 million to spend? That's still in a good spot.
I gotta go to under the cap. Y'all money fucked up. If y'all money ain't gonna be fucked up, it's gonna be fucked up.
No, I'm telling you, it's not fucked up. It's just the myth. It's just the myth.
I remember last year looking at the Saints being like they have 2 years of cap hell. So that would have been last year and then this year. Next year, yeah, they look like a lot's coming off the books. So from what I remember,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, this year, if you're saying they're really not, it's not as bad as people think. Yeah, then they need to make some moves. You know what I mean? They got to use some of that money. But
I mean, the Saints did make moves, man. We brought in Estimate. I'm listening.
No, go ahead, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
I was saying we brought in Estimate. We got the best guard in free agency coming from Buffalo and David Edwards. We definitely showed up that we got a new punter, which is like 4th in the league last year, and which we definitely needed because our punter sucked. Like he was literally kicking 20 and 30-yard punts, bro. Like it was bad last year for us. So we shored up that. We brought in what's that tight end name? Noah Fanning.
Noah
Fan. Brought him
yeah.
in. And we brought Fan. We brought him in.
Did they trade Olave or is Olave still there?
No, Olave is still here. Olave is still here. And the main thing was, bro, we had to be able to run the game. Run the ball. It looks like Kamara gonna be here, so we're gonna have Kamara and Estimate as our running backs. We got Shuck, who's ready to really break out this year, bro. I'm telling you. And we're gonna add a real nice wide receiver in the draft. We're probably gonna add a nice defensive player. It's probably gonna be that cornerback. That's what I think they're going with. Delaney out of LSU. Because he got rid of Alontae Taylor. But the Saints gonna be, and remember, we coming off being a top 10 defense last year. Yeah, we lost DeMario Davis, but we picked up a comparable replacement in Caden Ellis to get the job done. And in some aspects, he's better than DeMario.
You lost Cam Jordan also. He had a good season last year.
Yep.
Did we lose him?
Hey, y'all gotta hold on for 1 second.
Okay.
Hold on, Daylight. There go Buck. Buck.
What's up?
Nobody ain't talking about the Bucks. Are like, good morning to you, Buck. Good morning.
I'm happy the Bucks signed the ex-Panther D tackle yesterday. Congratulations to us.
Yeah. Okay. You just gonna get all into it, ain't you, Buck? That's what I was trying to say. Now, y'all sign some people, Buck. What do you think about it, Buck? What do you think? About Kenneth Walker?
The Bucks. I like this man. The Chiefs look good, man. Kenneth Walker over there.
And Ashawn.
Man, that's gonna be a good pickup for us.
I mean, what you think? Tell me.
I like it. I like the pickups we did yesterday, the last 3 days. The Bucks still need to address the edge, and we still need to get another receiver.
Now, y'all re-signed Cade Otton.
Yes, we did.
What kind of numbers? What kind of numbers did he have over there, Buck?
How much we signed him for? It was a 3-year deal, $20 million contract, and it was, I believe, a $10 million signing bonus guarantee.
What did he do last year?
I think I'm about to put up the numbers real quick. Hold on. Let me get the numbers.
All right, Buck getting ready to get them numbers, y'all. Buck getting ready to get them numbers. Boy, we got an NFC South in here today. We got the NFC South in here today. We got the North. We got the South. We cooking. And we cooking.
Because it's something crazy. It's not even worth the numbers we paid him for. 1 touchdown, 572 yards, 59 receptions.
572.
Yeah.
572 production from the tight end position. Hell, that's more than Kyle Pitts, ain't it, Buck?
1 touchdown. Only 1 TD? Only one?
Nah, Pitts had like 900.
I just said that because Red came up.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. I'm happy for the rebuild next year. This is about to be. I'm not worried about this season. I'm looking forward for next year. Bucks gonna be good this year. Next year, I'm not looking forward this season. I already know Bucks gonna be in tank mode this year. Get ready for the top 5 pick in the draft next year. I'm looking forward for that.
Buck, don't give up. Buck, don't give up on your team so fast.
You can still
win the NFC South.
No. You don't know.
Hey, Red.
I agree with Buck.
You don't know what Buck is feeling right now.
Hold on, man.
You don't
Buck
know.
said tank mode.
It's crazy.
Yeah, don't
You
get too
you don't know
too
what
down
Bucks
on your
fans are,
team,
you
Buck.
don't know what Bucks fans you don't know what Bucks fans are feeling right now.
It's still the NFC South. We talked to Bucket with your girl. Good morning, everybody. Let me say this, fellas. Let me say this. I am in training class. I'm taking on a new position at work, or well, adding it to what I already do. So I'm gonna be in training for about a month. I'll be doing a
Yes, sir.
lot of listening. I'll be doing a lot of listening. When I'm in my individualized training, I'll try to hit the link every once and again, man. So I don't want y'all to think Red done went nowhere. I'm just it's part of my job. Everybody has to do it. But let me say this quickly so that there be no confusion in what's happening, at least in Atlanta,
Okay.
regardless of what Michael Williams might want to tell y'all. So my new GM, Ian Cunningham, not Matt Ryan, J Live, Ian Cunningham is his name, comes over from the Chicago Bears. What he said is his first year as assistant GM with the Bears when he came from Philly, after he was with Baltimore and Ozzie Newsome. I just want y'all to hear those names so y'all understand what's going on
Okay.
in
Okay.
Atlanta.
You giving us background. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That's his resume. That's his resume. So
Okay.
he
Okay.
said that he loves picks. Those are his words. He said while he's here with Atlanta, we won't see another season where we have only 5 picks. So the moves that Atlanta made by letting Caden Ellis walk, letting Tyler Algier walk, letting our big name free agents walk, and we haven't tried to bring in any comparable free agents because, as you know, with comp picks, if you have a high value free agent and you bring one in, you stand the chance of canceling that compensation pick out.
Yep.
On the camp website, they currently have the Falcons with a round 5 comp pick next year for Caden Ellis and 2 round 6 compensation picks.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
I think you won't see any major moves from the Falcons this offseason because much like what Buck said about the Bucks, he seems to be planning to load up for next year, not this year.
Yeah, the Bucks got 100. Bucks gonna have over $100 million in cap space next year. Thank you, Evans, for your services, but we're gonna have money now.
Yeah, we all
Thank
will.
you.
We all will.
Damn.
But that's not the question. That's not the I'm
It's
not addressing the
it's
money.
tank season.
I'm addressing free agency this year.
Mm.
So don't expect, some of y'all think it's comical to see y'all loading up and spending money. That's the plan. That's the plan in Atlanta. I can tell you that. I don't know about Tampa. I can't speak for Tampa.
Bucks,
So
Bucks,
red. So red.
this
Yeah.
is a,
So
this is
for what you and Buck saying, y'all giving us the South.
Well, let me tell you what Falcons fans are saying.
No.
yeah.
That anybody can win the South. You don't have to do nothing
Okay.
special to go 8-9 in the NFC South.
Exactly. Thank you.
So what I'm and I think if you're being honest with yourself and you look at
Uh-huh.
history, you'd have to agree with that. You don't have to do nothing special to go 8-9 in this
Well,
division.
Exactly.
I said now. I said we gonna run through the South, but I said that ain't
Mhm.
saying much. You remember I said
Yeah, it's the
I kept
South.
saying
You're not
that
going.
ain't saying.
You're not going 6-0.
Well, I don't know, Buck. Now we the powerhouse. We the powerhouse over here.
Y'all
We the
ain't no
Oh,
powerhouse.
it's
power.
Big Bryce. Oh, is it the Captain
Hey,
Bryce?
How you the
hey,
powerhouse?
let
and
me
you
let
got
me
swept
let
by
me
the
Only way they
finish
Saints?
can
up.
win is Big Bryce
Go.
doesn't
Let me
throw
finish.
interceptions.
Go if y'all would, let me finish up, man, because I won't be able to stay with y'all long.
Okay,
And
sorry.
I don't want to
Go
I
ahead,
don't want to
Red.
sound rude. I don't want to sound rude, but my time is really limited. I'm on like a little 15-minute break, man.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead, Red. Go ahead.
but I've been listening. So what I say is that when it comes to quarterback, because I've been wanting to share this with y'all, what the plan is and our GM has said this. He's vocalized this that they're going to have an open competition at quarterback. That unlike they did with Kirk Cousins, they went and spoke to Michael Penix before they signed Tua to let him know that they were going to bring Tua in, that he's going to have an opportunity to compete with Tua for the starting job. Now, Penix is going to be behind the 8 ball because he's still rehabbing. And Tua's going to be getting all the reps with the first string when they get to camp. So what I fully expect is I expect Tua to beat him out, to spend a year with us. Yeah, if Tua hits, fuck it. They may stay with Tua. I don't know. But I can tell you this, when you have an open competition like that, you don't really have a quarterback that you're settled on, that you're ready to name. Your franchise quarterback, we don't have a first round. So I expect the Falcons to draft their quarterback next year.
Hey, Red.
Yeah, Drew.
I'm afraid to tell you, but I think the only thing those two are going to be competing for is the blue tent.
Well, it might be the case. That could be the case. That could be the case, and it may not be the case behind the offensive line that we have, but it could be.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think you're right. I think they're looking at a quarterback for next year.
Yeah.
Those two guys can't stay out on the field. Neither one of them.
Yeah, and I don't think Stefanski wants either one of them as his long-term quarterback. He'd be a fool to, So he was handed Penix, and just like we spoke in previous weeks, Andrew, none of them would commit to him. They were non-committal. Matt Ryan, Ian Cunningham, and Kevin Stefanski, they were non-committal on Michael Penix. And when you bring in Tua Tagovailoa, they could have went out there and gotten Kenny Pickett. But when you bring in a Tua Tagovailoa, that shows that you're.
So what you saying?
Yeah, you got to be slick with me. That shows that you're. That shows that you're giving serious competition, at least for this year, to him. If you would have brought in Kenny Pickett, that would have been a signal that they plan to stay with Michael Penix.
So, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. Read between the lines for the smart football minds. Y'all understand what I just said. Some of y'all still don't get it, but
exactly. It's a throwaway season.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a throwaway season for us.
Nah,
you got a play driver. He just got a play
Saints didn't get a throwaway season.
Bucks will be.
The Falcons bringing a new.
Don't be
The
surprised.
Falcons bringing a new team president, a new GM, a new head coach. Tua's a 1-year stopgap at quarterback. Yeah, it's called rebuild mode. Now the Falcons definitely have some talent. They definitely have some pieces, but that's called a rebuild.
Let me tell you what they said, broski, so that you understand it clearly.
Yeah.
They said that they are resetting. They didn't want there to be no ambiguity about it. They said they're resetting. Now, when you rebuild, sometimes you look at it and say, okay, you're getting another quarterback. Is that a rebuild? And I wouldn't fight with you over that. But typically, when you rebuild, you're looking at multiple positions where you're either drafting or bringing in free agency, you're reconstructing. I don't see the Falcons doing that. They have their future running back. They have their future number 1 receiver. They have their future tight end. They have their future edges, cornerbacks, and safeties. Where are we rebuilding at, broski? I would ask you, other than hold on, Buck. I'm just about finished.
Yeah, so I mean, here's the thing. Again, when you bring in, you don't have your quarterback of the future on the team, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I
you
said.
bring in a new
That's
team president. You bring a new team president, a new GM, a new head coach, and you don't have your quarterback of the future on the team. You have a 1-year stopgap. That's called a rebuild. And then, like I was saying, you have some pieces. You have some pieces on both sides of the ball. You do. But what I'm going to say is this. What I'm going to say is that you're not letting me finish. Where they're rebuilding is okay. They will have to rebuild it. They'll have to find a quarterback. We all know that. But what about their O-line? What about their D-line? They're kind of light in the trenches, right? They're kind of light in the trenches.
Hey, broski.
And that's where a rebuild starts, in the trenches. Then you get your quarterback. They have neither.
Can you hear me, broski?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. You cut me off. I'm trying to answer your question. You know what I mean?
Hold on. I know I'm short on time. Tell me where we went out and got anybody or need to get anybody along our offensive line. Everybody up here, maybe with the exception of you, knows that the Falcons' offensive line is the number 1 offensive line in the NFC South, and it's intact. So
Oh.
let
Well,
me. I'm
Jake
gonna just
Matthews
let you.
getting a little long in the tooth, though, Red.
Well, it doesn't matter. He said he had questions
Damn.
about the offensive line.
I mean, I got questions about your
Well, he's on
defense
the
too.
offensive line.
Well, you
He
Why?
said
can't
I
read
got
that.
offensive
questions about
line.
your whole team. Honestly,
said-
you're
Well,
overhyping your secondary. You're
Well, you
overhyping your
do.
edge rushers. You're
You
overhyping
do.
them. They haven't done
You-
anything yet.
You
That is
do.
true.
So go. Listen, I'm gonna jump out. I came in and said my piece, Broski. I wish I had more time to
Yeah, man.
correct you, but I'll do it at another time. I'll stick a
Yeah.
pin in this one. I'll correct
Rich
you
one.
later.
How about
Hey,
Jay
man.
Shear?
The one
Isn't
thing the
what about
Falcons have is time. They're in a full rebuild.
Jay Shear?
Absolutely. Okay, Broski.
How about
So,
James Pierre
and
Jr.
listen,
though?
and
Didn't
Broski,
get-
when you get the quarterback right, and you rebuild your offensive line, which we don't have to worry about like you did in Chicago, sometimes you do it the right way. So either way, like I said, we're still playing the NFC South. And I can recall a number of years being predicted to win this
Total
division
Bowl.
as I put in the damn. Hey, I'm gonna let Buck talk, but I'm
bad.
listening. I'll check in with y'all guys when I can, man. Hey, I appreciate the content, GOAT. Everybody who's
No
up here.
doubt.
I wish I had a chance to battle with y'all today, man. Y'all know your boy. Red don't duck no smoke. But I really like I said, I'm in training, man, so I can't do it this morning.
How about your lunch
I'll talk
break?
with y'all later, man. Go ahead, Buck.
Shout out, Red.
I read. I
What's
read.
it, Red is?
Say
What's it,
that.
Hey,
Red?
there he. Hold on. There he is, right there. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah, the
Hey,
Browns.
Ronnie. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Ronnie. Ronnie, can you hear?
Hello, Ronnie. Can you hear us?
Hey, driver.
Yes, sir. What you got for me?
Hey, read Ronnie comment. I was gonna have him read his own comment, but he must can't hear.
All right. 499 from Ronnie. Hi, J Live. Well, I'm gonna say J Lie. You keep yelling top 10 defense, but you finished 16th in total points allowed, and your offense finished 23rd. You need some balance, sir.
Well, let me go ahead and say he's saying 16 in total points. Okay, but overall, we was the top 10 defense. So we was 16, but still ain't bad. You can still win.
Where did they get you? No playoffs. They got you no playoffs. That's where they got you.
Hey, unmute yourself,
Bro,
Ronnie. If
we
you're trying to
wasn't- we
talk,
wasn't-
you on mute.
No, the Saints was in the same position as Atlanta is right now last year. All we was doing was trying to put together pieces. We put together our pieces.
Well,
now, y'all ain't gonna be singing that same tune this
If
year.
you would have won week 18, you would have helped the Bucks. But no, you wanted to lose.
But for what? Why would I help the fucking Bucks? Look, the Saints was
But
out
you
there
helped
playing. We was out there
You
playing.
helped the Panthers, though. You prefer help the Panthers? You prefer help them?
It didn't matter. It didn't matter who went or who didn't. You know what I'm saying? What you should be asking yourself is why the hell are you watching the two lowest teams in the damn division? It actually dictate who's going to the damn playoffs. That's what you should be asking yourself.
It's fine, though, right?
That might be that.
It's like
You
a
know
life.
what, J Live? That's a damn point. That's a good damn point.
It's
That's a good damn point.
Hey, Goat.
It's a death
Goat,
battle.
can I ask you something, Goat?
Yes, sir.
You don't need to ask
Yeah.
shit because
So-
you be saying shit that's untrue. The Falcons
Who's
ain't in no
that?
fucking rebuild. Don't worry about it, Red. I got them. The Falcons ain't
Yeah,
in
they
no fucking
fuck-
rebuild. So
Yeah.
stop saying dumb shit just to get a fucked
Goat.
up reaction from motherfuckers.
Hey, but so
Goat,
because
you
they got four
understand-
good players, they're not in rebuild mode. That's what y'all
You
trying
understand what I'm saying, right? Like, if you
No,
bring in a new
no.
team president, a new GM, a new head coach, and you don't have your quarterback of the future on the roster, doesn't that kind of smell like a rebuild?
They fired
Yeah,
GM
kinda-
and still have the
it
same
feel like a-
quarterback
it
that the
feel
fucking
like a
GM and the
rebuild,
coach decided on. So
Yeah,
that shit is wrong, incorrect. Come with another one.
Ronnie. But see, that's kind of like Dan Morgan said a couple times, and he reiterated over here,
Well,
Broski. We're not to rebuild.
hey,
We're not to
Goat.
rebuild. He said we was retooling and flipping
Come
around.
with another wrong,
So I
wrong
guess
And that's
statement. Come with
that's
another
the
incorrect
point I was
statement.
going to mention, but Red kept talking over me. I was going to say that sounds like what the Panthers said 3 years ago.
Don't nobody want to hear your point because you say dumb shit
Go
just to
ahead,
get a reaction out of a motherfucker.
Nobody trying to hear that bullshit. That's bullshit. It's
Falcons
called
in a
rebuilding.
rebuild.
Look at
Falcons
the
got the
fucking
number
team.
one running back motherfucker. How the fuck they in a rebuild with
Just because you have the number one running back doesn't mean your team's not rebuilding.
How you in a rebuild when you got the number one motherfucking running back in the motherfucking league? How you in a rebuild? Ain't a rebuild.
Who's talking? Who is this?
Ain't that the rebuild when you tear that fucking thing down and start over, nigga?
Is this Driver or is this Ronnie? I can't tell.
No, don't worry about who it is. Answer the fucking question since you got so much shit to say to Red.
Oh, we got rapping Ronnie, the guy. Hey, Ronnie, why do you always yell? Ronnie, why do you always yell, man? Why don't you?
How about you respond?
Nah, how about you just talk, man?
Articulate his opinion, man.
You
respond with shit that makes
sense. You the one who said that shit. Nobody else said that
Ronnie
the Falcons in the rebuild. You said that shit.
Well, they are. So you're saying any team that has a star player can never be in a rebuild? Ronnie, zip it up.
No, you said when you don't
shut your mouth and let me respond.
Your team is
Hey,
in a
Ron.
rebuild. I
Hey,
don't
Ron.
agree with it.
Hey, Ron, shut the fuck up. Let me respond.
Hey, man, say something
Hey, Ron,
worth listening
just
to,
because
bro.
a team
How about
has a star player doesn't mean they can't be in a rebuild. Just because a team has a couple good players doesn't mean they can't be in a rebuild. Because what happens during a rebuild, Ron, again, you're very emotional, Ron. You get that from your mama, maybe. I don't know, but you need to shut the fuck up when you're talking, man. You need to shut the fuck up.
I'm talking about football.
It's a conversation, man.
How about you stay on topic? Talk about football. Why are the Falcons?
Hey, Ron, how about you let me finish my sentence? How about you let me respond?
Put some depth in your point and stop staying over the surface. Give me a reason why the Falcons in the rebuild. I want to hear this shit.
Ronnie, aren't you the Bryce Young lover?
Hey, man, I'm asking a question about football, sir. What makes the Falcons in a rebuild?
Okay, so Ron, again, let me go through it. Okay, so be quiet and let me respond, Ron.
Give me a reason.
Let me respond. They brought in a new president. They brought in a new GM. They brought in a new head coach, and they don't have their quarterback yet. That's called a rebuild. Ronnie, what was their record last year?
8-9, like us.
Yeah. So they're not doing anything, right? What do the Falcons have?
Drake London.
They have any team that goes through a rebuild, they might have a star player or two, right? They might have a star player or two. They have to bring in a lot of new players. Because when you're doing that, like, you need to retool. You need are they winning anything with Bijan right now? No. Is he a star player? Yeah.
You said rebuild.
Doesn't mean the team can't be in a rebuild.
You said rebuild.
No. They're in a rebuild because they need a lot of help.
Retool. I thought you said
they need
rebuild. That's what you said.
Lord.
No, I'm saying rebuild, buddy. What I'm saying is, just because you have a star player on your team does not mean you can't be in a rebuild. That doesn't even make sense, Ron.
Which one is it, sir?
They're rebuilding. Oh no, it's a full-on rebuild. And I'll tell you what. And here's the thing. No, I didn't. I never said retool.
So they rebuilt the front office. They rebuilt the front office. That's what you're saying? They rebuilt the front office because they got a new GM and a new president.
Yeah, now they need to rebuild their team. Now they need to rebuild their players on the field.
Hey man, you confused.
How do they not? What are they winning with what they currently? And Ron, this is the thing. If they're smart, they will. If they're smart, they won't do it the way the Panthers did it. They'll look at themselves in the mirror and say, "Hey, we got to rebuild. We're not getting anywhere with this group of players because they're not."
I thought it was retool. Which one is it?
Ron, I think you might be drunk, man. I don't know.
You said rebuild. You said retool. Then you said rebuild. Then you went back. Which one is it, dude? You don't even fucking know.
Ron, I said rebuild like 10 times.
You know, you said retool, sir.
Ron, I think you got some issues, man. I think you got some mental issues, man.
Hey, man, everybody's hearing you talk, bro. So you talk.
Yeah, everyone's hearing you yell. Is that Ron? Ron, is that some country thing? You just got to yell all the time, or what?
Okay, let me speak quiet.
What is this, man?
You started, Sir Brody. You started with rebuild. Then you mentioned retool. Then you went to rebuild. Which fucking one is it? That's what we just trying to understand, Brody.
Ron, I'm not. You just asked me the same question 10 times. What's my answer,
you
Ron?
don't fucking know what you're saying. You just saying shit. And I understand.
No, Ron, I'm
saying
stating
shit.
facts. I'm saying shit that makes sense. Ron, you want to know how football works, Ron? Ron, you want to know how football works? Let me explain it to you, Ron. When you bring in a new president, you bring in a new GM, and you bring in a new head coach, and you don't have your quarterback, guess what that is, Ron? That's called a rebuild, Ron. That's like the textbook, Ron. That's the textbook definition of a rebuild. Like, there's no way around it. It doesn't matter that they have Bijan. It doesn't matter they have a good wide receiver. They're still in a rebuild.
It don't matter about anything.
Ron, what have they done with their current roster? They haven't done anything. They need to rebuild their roster. Yes, they do.
I understand it. I get it. You play Madden, so you can
and that's what they're doing.
What the fuck you want to do? That's what. Hey man, you got it. You got it. They're in a rebuild. The whole world is aware that the Falcons with the number one running back in the league. Hey man, with the number one, they got a number one wide receiver. They in a rebuild on
number one tight end.
Just because you saw the front office make some changes, they're in a rebuild now. Hey man, if that's the difference,
Ron, they have a lot of overrated talent. Like, they don't have much else.
I'm not going to try to convince you to change your way of thinking, sir. If you think because they made some changes in the front office, that means they're in a rebuild, go right ahead and think it, sir. I'm not going to argue with you. Hey, man, believe what you want to believe.
I mean, I've seen the Bears do it time and time again, and guess what? They always have some star players on their team, and guess what? They go through a rebuild.
Bear looks pretty similar to me, I guess. A falcon and a bear. Even in the wilderness, they look pretty similar. One's got wings and the other
I mean, Ron, a falcon and a bear look the same.
Man,
that's something, man.
You brought up the Bears to defend your reasoning. Go ahead. A bear and a falcon look similar.
Just using examples, Ron. You can have star players on your team and be in a rebuild.
Hey, great. You know the answers, man. I'm just
Ron, the thing is, the loudest person in the room is always the dumbest. And Ron, you got that award today, bud. You get the Ron. Let me give you the 5-star dummy award. Ron, you win the 5-star dummy award for the day, man. Congrats.
Brody, I just proved my point. Brody, what the fuck are you bringing up the damn Chicago Bears when we talking about the fucking Falcons? Hey, man,
because they recently went through a rebuild and they had star players on their team when they started going through their rebuild.
You know the answers. You got it, man. Continue. I'm through, bro.
Apparently, Ron just started watching football like 2 years ago. He's probably one of those Bryce nut hugger, like, let's jump on the bandwagon thing. Because, Ron, when you clear out your front office to get a new head coach and you're still looking for your quarterback, that's what a rebuild is. Hate to break it to you. That's how it works, man.
I kind of agree. I agree with Broski, but we'll let Red, Atlanta Falcon representative, argue that point at a later date. But also, I think they're gonna end up at some point in time having to give away some of them heavy hitters, because I do believe that they headed toward, even though they might not want to say it right now, but they headed toward a rebuild. Like we said, Dan Morgan said same thing. We're retooling, we're redoing it. But when we had to give away Christian McCaffrey, and we had to, because we didn't want to pay Brian Burns, because we had to redo that line, you're gonna have to give away some of your heavy hitters at some point in time.
And the Giants did it with Saquon Barkley too. Goat. Just because you have a star running back doesn't mean you're not rebuilding your team. Now, I don't know if they're rebuilding or not. I'm not going to say, but you can't make the argument because you have a star player, you're not rebuilding. It happens all the time.
That's a ridiculous argument. And Ronnie can yell and scream and carry on and say Brody and ask me the same question 10 times. I mean, dude, he doesn't make much sense. And either to CJ Hill in the chat, apparently. CJ, nobody said I think the Bears are a perennial winner because they only had one winning season last season. Like 2 of the last 12 have been winning seasons. So I definitely don't think that, CJ. But hey, if you want to call in, man, we can chop it up.
I'm going to come at you guys like this right here. So for right now, they got 8 teams that sign guys who they think are perfect fits. Okay, number 1 was the Kansas City Chiefs when they signed Kenneth Walker. What y'all boys think about that?
That's an upgrade in what they had.
Man, that's an upgrade, but I don't think he was the best running back on their team.
Yeah, I don't know, man. People are rocking that signing like it's something special, and unless the Chiefs get their O-line in shape, what's Kenneth Walker going to do?
They're going to make a move. I'm going to tell you what. Right now, Cleveland just let they're long in tooth, but they're good. They're good, great offensive linemen. 3 of them are gone. They let Conklin, Batonio, and Wyatt Teller today became free agents.
Yeah, that's a good point, Andrew. Because and bro's like Chiefs offensive line, bro, they still struggling, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking for someone to come in for a year, that's
my point.
There's 3 good ones right there.
That running back from Seattle, like I said, I don't think he was the best running back on their team. So,
but they said now this ain't me now. Once again, like I tell y'all, this is coming from the NFL, and they got them. They said that's the number 1 perfect fit. The number 1 perfect fit was them signing Kenneth Walker.
I mean, if you try, they probably looking at everything analytically, though, Go. You know what I'm saying? We got some things, everything can't be about analytics. Because so you got to look at it, you got to have context of what they putting out. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say I think that's kind of like an overreach. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, Pacquiao ain't never been 1,000-yard on running back. So what they saying is the guy that they got, since he had production more than Pacquiao, the guy that left, is that he gonna come there and do it, in which they don't have the same offensive line that Seattle had.
But Pacheco was hurt last 2 years now.
He hurt because they can't block.
No. All right. So then number 2. So number 2, Jaden Phillips, Carolina Panthers. What y'all think about that? Perfect fit.
I mean, it addressed the need. But,
yeah, I don't think that's a number 2 signing, though. I kind of disagree with that, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's an absurd amount of money to pay for someone that has 6 sacks last 2 years.
I disagree with that. I disagree with it. I disagree. Okay. Yeah, I disagree. I don't think that was the number 2, based on, like I say, same shit, with the Carolina. I'm not using it in the same, but, it's the same shit,
Okay. All right. Number 3, Tyler Lindenbaum with the Raiders. They said that's the number 3 signing.
Honestly, man, I think he's worth the money. I think that's a good signing for the Raiders. They're going to draft a quarterback, probably Mendoza. They are, without a doubt, in a rebuild. I think that's a good move.
Yeah, to start revamping that line when they getting a quarterback. Because it's Mendoza all the way with them. They
made some good moves over there in Vegas. In this free
I ain't speaking on that move until they show me, what they gonna do, man. I don't know. They got a lot going. They trading picks, people coming back. They made a lot of off-season, moves now, good moves, but like I say, I kind of wait to see over there. It's a wait to see game to me.
I hear you.
Right. So number 4, Mike Evans going to San Francisco.
Garbage move.
Yeah, that ain't no top. That don't move the needle for them.
Exactly.
Shit, I don't think so.
Man, I think that does move the needle for them, man. I can see that being up there.
Me too, J Live.
I ain't buying that, Go.
Nah.
I mean, who he was throwing the ball to?
I ain't buying it.
I mean, if this was Mike Evans 10 years ago, yeah, sure, or 8 years ago, Mike Evans down now. He's a one-trick pony, man. And guess what? He's a one-trick pony, and Brock Purdy doesn't have the arm like that.
I agree with that. I agree with Brock Purdy on the arm, but Mike Evans still got about 2 more years than him at least.
Yeah, he's still a quality receiver now. That's really going to hurt the Bucs because Baker Mayfield's going to miss that guy. He's going to miss him, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I agree.
I know Baker wasn't happy to hear that. He probably went back on the kitchen counter to sit down.
I mean, I'm not saying that he's a Hall of Fame player. I'm not getting up here saying that he's a bad player. I'm saying that, based on what they didn't have some weapons around Brock Purdy. I don't think that's the the answer that they needed to get over.
No, you're probably right, but it sure ain't gonna hurt them. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it ain't gonna hurt him now. No. We just talking about as they saying like he's number 4 and being top free agent, going like getting somebody over the hump. You know what I'm saying? No, that ain't true.
No, I agree with what Driver's saying. Is it a bad move? No, but is it moving the needle? No.
They say I disagree.
I'm not so sure you got to move that needle very much for that team. That team's
got a healthy Mike Evans, and you got a healthy Mike Evans and a quarterback that can get him the ball. Mike gonna eat.
Fact. That's a fact.
I agree.
The thing is, he's not playing in the NFC South anymore. He's playing in the NFC West.
It don't matter where.
And guess what? Guess what? He's got to play the Rams and the Seahawks twice.
You're not giving him his flowers, man. The guy's got what? He had 13,000 yard seasons in a row. What are we talking about? You're acting like he's trash. He's a difference maker, man. The only other player to do that's Jerry Rice. That's it.
100%, Andrew cooking. Yeah. I'm tell y'all, fuck that shit. Mike Evans can get over the top. He can work in the slice.
Yeah. How many yards did Mike Evans have last season, Andrew?
He was hurt. He missed 4 or 5
Exactly. How old is Mike Evans, Andrew?
4 or 5 games last year. Okay, don't even go there, man. I mean, I could see you making your points like you were with. But now you're just talking shit. You're acting like this guy's not going to make a difference. He's going to
because there's another rule. When receivers hit 30, you don't want to give them contracts. He's what, 33, 32, 33? And he's coming off a hurt year.
Well, that's a Broski rule. Okay. I like
dude,
the rule.
If you're 32, 33 coming off an injury, that's not the time. That's not the time to sign a wide receiver. I'm gonna say that was not a bad signing, but it could be a bad signing.
You got to look at them, broski. They're competing. Their window is open right now. They're competing. They didn't sign him for long term. They're competing.
I'm gonna ask you this, Go. When they signed Kittles to that contract,
hey, Driver, let me ask you a question, bro. How much money we need to put on Brody head to get his ass off this pound? Because he's saying some stupid ass shit. Hey, Andrew when Andrew call your motherfucking ass out, that means you saying some stupid ass shit, man. I'm just saying, bro, like, I respect everybody that's on the panel, bro. You know I do, Go. But when you say some dumb ass shit, like when you turn 30 as a receiver, like you a motherfucking linebacker or a running back, motherfucker, Jerry Rice, the GOAT, the greatest receiver of all time, nigga, played till he was 40 and still had 1,100 yards the last year he fucking
Hey, Ronnie, try to stay with me, man. Try to stay with me here.
Say shit, bro.
There's always exceptions, Ron. But guess what?
I don't really know everything either, bro.
More often than not, Ron, if you look at it, guess what? That holds true. So if you're playing the percentages, you're playing the odds, and guess what? And guess what?
Twice a day too, motherfucker. So
guess what? He was injured last year.
What you done heard and listened to, bro? I don't want to hear that shit, bro. The fact is, you can play as long as you take care of your body, you eat right, do what the fuck you need to do, train accordingly, and get the opportunity, motherfucker. You gonna still play, just like motherfucker. The greatest player of all time right now is LeBron James, and that motherfucker still playing right now when he ain't supposed to be playing. So I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Say some shit that got some value, bro. So we can.
You just said LeBron's the greatest player of all time. That's how I know you have no sense.
The motherfucker that's in the league is right now.
That's how I know you have no sense. Then Ronnie, why don't you yell?
Who number 5, Go? Who number 5, Go?
There go Panama, and Panama Queen is a 49er, and she said number 1. They're number 1. So she likes the Mike Evans pickup. Number 5, Brandon Cook, the safety. Went to Cincinnati. What y'all think about that?
I think that's a good pickup. I think that's a good pickup for Cincinnati.
I didn't hear who you said. Go.
Brandon Cook.
Oh, that's Cincinnati.
Went to Cincinnati safety.
Shit, they need all type of defense over there, go.
Yeah, they do. Especially in that secondary. And when you lose
that don't really need it for me.
Yeah, you better be able to cover somebody when you lose about 16 sacks going out the door. All right, Devin Bush going to the Bears. What y'all think about that?
That's a good move right there.
It's a good move, man. He's fast. He makes plays.
Yeah, I like
he gets a lot of tackles. I mean,
yeah.
And Tyreek Woolen going to the Philadelphia, that cornerback. Going to the Eagles.
That's something right there. Could be a good. Yeah, because they ever since Slay and can't think of his name, my boy went to the Bears. You know what I'm talking about, broski, who left the Eagles last year.
Hey, you know what, though? I don't trust this damn poll because they talking about who y'all picked up in that line. They should be talking about that linebacker y'all signed. I can understand them putting that one there.
Yeah, I ain't heard I think I know I'm gonna say this quick, but I think Lord should have been higher than Phillips. Me personally, but
I agree.
Especially
I agree with that.
The fit. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that man had like 5 or 6 interceptions. The man was
this shit down himself.
Well last year. I mean, come on now. I don't know, but that's just where it's at. So, I mean, like I say, the Eagles, man, they needed some help in that secondary, man. Cornerback. That's where they really struggling at, man. They ain't got no fucking corners.
All right. Well, Alex Anzalone, the linebacker that went to Tampa Bay on a 2-year, $17 million. Tampa Bay needed some. They needed linebacker.
They need a linebacker. I don't know if they needed more. I needed they need more secondary than linebacker though. I tell you that. So I don't really know too much about the old boy to sit there and say he gonna move the needle. So I think that's kind of a bad sign right there.
I'm gonna tell you what Bowles said that he was getting ready to draft. He gonna draft a lot of defense. They already they turned their whole hand and they said they drafting defense.
Oh, okay.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, they probably just be going
and they probably gonna address that in the draft.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's why I say I ain't sold on that move right there though. He ain't better than Lord. They still got him higher than Lord. I ain't heard Lord yet. So hell no.
Yeah, Alex Anzalone, he's an outside linebacker. He's known for his coverage ability. He's also 31, 32 years old, so he's not young anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They getting a veteran presence because they probably gonna get some young boys. And that's what I said. They asked Bowles what was he gonna do, and he know he's on the hot seat as well. There's another coach on the hot seat, so we already talked about Kevin O'Connell. We talked about Todd Bowles. Hell, so a couple more teams out there that look like they might do some coaching changes come next year. If they don't get it right this year, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap, that's for sure.
Hey, they don't invest enough money. Shit.
I mean, you got some guy. I wouldn't be. People are already talking about. Oh my God. Well, I can't name. What's my man name for the Jets? Y'all help me out. Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
They already trying to take the job from Aaron Glenn if he have a bad year this year. You understand what I'm saying? So, which I don't think is going to happen. But that's how the NFL is.
He had that team heading in the right direction at the end there, Goat. So. I think he'll turn out okay.
Man, if you ain't got no quarterback.
They just traded for Geno Smith.
Yeah, they tanking.
Yeah.
They tanking again. They got their head coach.
They got
I'm telling you,
another 2-3 win season.
Yeah, they ain't really. I don't think Aaron Glenn's job is on the line, man. The way him and that owner kind of like, because if you kind of look at last year, you'll be like, man, they probably fired this motherfucker. But to me, shit, the way he was like bagging him up in the press conference and like Andrew said at the end of the season, kind of like it looked like they got some type of rejuvenation into the organization. Is that I think he gonna back him though, especially trading for Geno. The hell you trading for him for?
We've seen that in the NFL, driver. They'll tell you, "Oh, my coach is good. We this and that." Next thing you know, end of the season, his ass is out of there. They do. They do that. I don't put much stock in that.
Record, man. I don't think he could go out there and do nothing like that. But I think for as competitive, and having players, could play for you, I think that's the type of approach that he want from his head coach because, dating back to my boy, can't think of his name, the black coach who used to be there a long time ago for the Jets. Can't think of his name, Herman Edwards.
Herman Edwards.
Yeah, that's the last time you really, with Rex Ryan, you probably could say, but to me, that's the last time they kind of been stable. You know what I'm saying? If you looking at, based on what Aaron Glenn, what type of, what he asked from the players, man, I think he get the most out of them too. So that's why I'm sold on Aaron Glenn there though. I could be wrong, but I'm sold on him though. No lie.
They have the second. Okay. They have the second and the 16th pick in the first round. Goat.
Exactly.
I think Geno Smith's just going to be a bridge I think they're going to draft a quarterback. I really do, because they're not going to roll with Geno Smith. In New York, the fans will run him out of town.
Of course, yeah. Andrew. Geno is a bridge until you get to this better quarterback.
And they got 2 first-round picks. They're going to make a move for a Ty Simpson or someone like that. It's going to be they're going to get a quarterback.
And to that point too, Go, you gotta look at it like, Brady was over the Raiders organization. They said the same shit when they got down traded from Seattle. What the hell is they doing over there? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of the same, but at these organizations, they starting to realize like you could kind of use these type of bridge quarterbacks to kind of, not in the way say of tanking, but to kind of, it's just in a better word of saying you're going to tank without tanking. You know what I'm saying? To me.
All right, well, let's do this right here. I'm going to take the top 10 that's in the Super Bowl. In the draft right now, since the draft is coming up. Y'all done seen who they signed. All right? So, you got the Raiders, the Jets, the Cardinals, Tennessee, and New York. That's the top 5. That's the top 5. So what do y'all think that those teams will be in the top 5 next year? And what do y'all think was some of the problems? Let's start with the Raiders first. How do y'all evaluate the
Raiders? The Raiders were just a complete joke of a team, both sides of the ball. They had no quarterback play. Their defense wasn't good. Their offensive line wasn't good. They really, other than Brock, was it Bowers, right? They really didn't have any targets to throw to either. They have Ashton Genty, but he doesn't really move the needle for me. Raiders need to build the trenches, man. They got to start building the trenches and go from there.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I don't really. I like the running back for the Raiders, man. I think Brady kind of know like at this point, if you want to bring in, you need a franchise type of quarterback. You need a running game. So especially to help develop him and accelerate his development faster. So you won't have so much pressure on your rookie quarterback. So I like that they took him last year to go and get it out the way. And now that they got, 2 draft picks to where they can really go get the quarterback that they want and still able to add to their defense. So I see them not being in the top 5 next year. I don't see them being nowhere around it.
Damn, you stole my thunder there, Drive. You stole my thunder. Hold on. That was my next question. Like, where you think they're going to end up? But hold on, y'all. Now, I'm going to get my evaluation. Now, I like the Raiders. Now, the Raiders have been a shit show for a minute. Any Raiders fans out there, the sound of my voice, I'm just saying, y'all know y'all been a shit show. But one thing y'all didn't do, y'all didn't jump and try to move and this and that, and now you're getting your quarterback. That year when they pulled out on quarterbacks, y'all didn't jump up there and get Michael Penix, or y'all try to jump up there and do this and do that. Y'all wait. I don't know who, the GM or the head coach at the time, or who was pulling the trigger on that stuff, but you come back around and now you're gonna pull your quarterback. Now, that's a question. Do y'all think they in the top 5 come next year?
No.
Nah.
I think Mendoza. I think Mendoza.
And they did really good in free agency too. They got Nakobe Dean, they got Quay Walker, not to mention Linderbaum, and they got the number 1 pick with Mendoza, and they had Gentry last year. They're going
to almost finesse 2 first-round picks out of Crosby. Like they was working.
Yeah, but they lost those.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. But still, they really improved themselves. Now, are they going to be a Super Bowl contender? No, but they won't be drafting in the top 5 unless they trade.
I mean, they were just competitive just a few years back with the Chiefs. Every time they played them, they was giving them niggas hell. I mean, it ain't put, after that, John Gruden shit, because that started, kind of knocked them out off the bike. But I think they got they had the training wheels on, and I think they about to take them training wheels back off though.
Yeah, but they went south when they lost let Derek Carr go, because they haven't had a quarterback there since.
Yeah.
Okay. They had who's that? Neil O'Donnell, what the hell the guy's name is, and or O'Connell. I'm not sure which one it was. Yeah. And they had oh God, I don't even remember, but nobody's, They brought Geno over. He was horrible last year, man. I went to a Vegas game last year, and half those fans that go there usually are visiting fans, and even they were booing the guy, It was bad.
I'll say this. I think the Raiders finish outside the top 5, but still in the top 10.
Still in the top 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Driver, will you read the money for me?
Yeah, Mike Williams, $4.99 super chat. He say, I'm glad to see Red, my great uncle, starting to see I'm always right about the Falcons. And he finally see I'm just right about the team. It's obvious. That for you, Red.
That for you, Red. Mike Williams. Y'all know how y'all go back and forth. All right, the next team would be the New York Jets. They got the New York Jets, and I'm just going on one of the mock draft sites. New York Jets getting Arvell Reese. How do y'all think that helps the New York Jets?
It helps to get closer to a better defense, but shit, they still gonna suck.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's a talented player right there. I still expect the Jets to be a 2 or 3 win team.
Okay, so they still in the top 5. So that moves the needle. That don't move the needle none for the Jets.
Nope.
You said do they got 2 first round picks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the second.
They
have the second and the 16th pick or the 17th pick.
No, I don't see them being in the top 5 next year either. Aaron Glenn defense, he was competitive with a lot of teams this year. I mean, like I said, he might have some bad games, but he was competitive. If he get R.L. Reese, I think that's a plus. And then he gonna have another pick in which, like you say, he could kind of be in the same position where who that was kind of bad last year at the worst and kind of made a little move. I ain't gonna say just as bad as Jacksonville because Jacksonville got a quarterback, but I just think, but I still think that by them having a defensive minded coach, and then he's already in tune with his players, I think they'll get way more wins than what they got last year, man. I can see it. What they playing with? There's the Jets, Patriots, the Bills. Yeah.
Man.
I can see a 7-win team. Yeah, me personally. Yeah.
Let me just add something real quick, if you don't mind, about the Jets. So, Aaron Glenn, when he was defensive coordinator for the Lions, never even had a top 15 defense with the Lions, right? Jets defense last season, only team in the league is 0 interceptions. Justin Fields, as a starting quarterback last season, had 3 games where he threw for under 60 yards total for the entire game. Now they're bringing in Geno Smith, or they have the worst quarterback tandem in the league. Their defense still isn't there, and I just don't see how they're not a 2 or 3 win team again.
No, that's exactly right.
Well, bro, when he was over there, broski, with the Lions, now they did something almost like we did the Evero. They took a lot of their assets and everything else and put it on the offense side of the ball. Until they drafted Aiden Hutchinson and Jack Campbell and them guys that year, he didn't have nothing to work with.
I mean, that's actually a good point, but he was the coordinator there. I mean, they had Brian Branch, they had Jack Campbell, they had Hutchinson, Ali McNeil on their defense, Anzalone, you know what I mean? So it's like he had enough in my eyes where they could have been a little better, but point taken. I mean, it's a valid point what you're saying.
All right. Everybody good with the Jets, okay? And Broski said they ain't a 2-win team, still in the top 5. I still think they're gonna be in the top 10 as well because they ain't got no quarterback.
Top 10. Yeah, top 10. I'm not saying top 5 though. That's why I'm kind of different at. Yeah, top 10, but not top 5. That's just me.
Arizona Cardinals, who just they didn't give away. They let their quarterback go, this, that, the third, and they saying they getting Francis Magnolia, the offensive tackle out of Miami. I don't think that moves the needle none for them. I think they'll be a top 5 team. What y'all boys think?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, top 5, yeah. That division is brutal on top of everything else.
Oh, Lord God, what you talking about? What you talking about? Monsters over there.
Yeah.
All right. Tennessee, Jeremiah Love. I think that moved the needle for them. I think that throws Tennessee out the top 10.
Yeah, I think they outside top 10 or top 5.
Top 10. Well, they're in the top 5 now, but I think me personally, I think they'll be outside the top 10 come next year.
I don't know. I still think they top 10.
Yeah, me too. I don't see nothing changing. I see production out of the quarterback. I see them winning probably more games, but I see them in top 10 range.
Yeah. It's over 3,000 yards this year without nothing going on over there.
Yeah. I mean, go. Yeah, but man, they lost some sorry. Listen, man. I could buy the free agents because they made a lot of good moves, you know, if you talk about their free agents, but I mean, you got to put it together too. So, I mean, new coach, second-year quarterback, I mean, it could be well, you know, he could struggle a little bit. That's all I'm saying. A lot of quarterbacks second year, they struggle.
Yeah, man. That's your Wally vet.
I get it, y'all. I get it. That's point taken. Everybody good on Tennessee?
Yep.
All right. The New York Giants, Sonny Styles. New York will be outside. They're going to get healthy outside the top 10. 100%.
Yes, sir. Shit, they got a chance to win the division.
Yeah, I think New York gonna be a team to watch out for early in the season.
I see them. I'm telling you, they got a chance of being number 1 or number 2. That's my perspective. I'm telling you, I don't see them being
John Harbaugh coaching.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be a problem. I forgot about that.
They're gonna be a problem for anybody they walk across.
Yeah, I could see them finishing like 10 through 12, 10 through 14, something like that.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah, they'll be outside the top 5.
Yeah. They could, like I say, got a chance to win the division. I'm not saying they're gonna win it. I just say that, you know, that division gonna kind of beat up on itself. And if we look up and they win the division, I won't be surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I won't be with that head coach. Yeah.
Now this Andrew team, Cleveland Browns, Spencer Fano. Damn, man. I don't know. Whatever they do over there at quarterback, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Another team that ain't.
They're going to draft a lineman. They're losing 3 linemen. Okay, Batonio, Wyatt Teller, and Conklin, and so they're going to draft offensive linemen. I think they got 2 first-round picks. I wouldn't be surprised if they went offensive linemen with both picks.
With both picks.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so top 5 or stay around top 10?
Yeah, they'll be definitely in the top 10.
Yeah, but I don't think them. I don't think that team. Let me see. Defense, going offense, Shador.
Defense good. Defense good.
I mean, I know I said they got defense, so I'm just kind of looking at like, you know,
but they lost their coordinator,
which is the quarterback, and then he's saying that they're gonna go maybe 2 offensive line in the first. Yeah, they're gonna be in the top 10 next year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna be drafted in the top 10 next year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, especially in that division, because that division is stout. Except, you know, I don't think Pittsburgh is going to be all that this year without Tomlin there, but you can bet that the Bengals will be there because if what's his name can stay healthy, and you can bet the Baltimore will be there as well. So
you're absolutely right. Both of them gonna be on fire this year.
Don't sleep on Will Howard. Don't sleep on Will Howard. He's an amped up Tyler Show.
I like Will Howard. I think
I like Will Howard too.
I like him in the draft. I was really hoping that Carolina would have grabbed him, but you know.
And everybody gonna say no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I told them Will Howard.
Yeah.
In them later rounds, just like I'm saying, Drew in them later rounds.
He's a good one, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna be good, no doubt.
But I don't know why they don't want to go grab a quarterback in them later rounds that can sit for a while and just come back out of the abyss and end up being somebody. They just won't do it. I don't know.
I told you who. I told you who. No, I told you who.
Oh yeah. And you know what, Andrew? Like I say, I agree. Because one thing, I know they're not going to pull no guy with no cachet to come out here and compete with Bryce because of the Kenny Pickett move. The Kenny Pickett move Maybe that's why if anybody noticed, I'm talking a little bit different today. I'm talking a little bit with pep towards the team today. Because that Kenny Pickett move made me realize, hey, bro, they're not bringing in no competition. They're not doing nothing. So either I get on the bandwagon or I sit on the sideline. And I'm always in the game. I'm always going to be in the game. That's just all it is to it. So Washington, the Commanders, David Bailey, edge rusher out of Texas. I think that helps that defense. Day one.
Yeah. Shit, whatever they get gonna help their defense. And they just picked up they picked up some free agents too on 1-year deals. I mean, they signed Nick Cross. They picked up a few people though, man. I won't be surprised. Like I say, they in the thick of things, because like I say, but that division is so strong. Dallas gonna be healthy. You got Washington. I think Philly gonna have a down year this year. I really think they're gonna have a down year, man. I think the Giants gonna be making some noise, and I think Washington and the Giants really trying to push to get back into the hunter thing. So I see Washington doing something though. Especially with that pick early in the top of the draft. Shit.
No doubt. Now with this one right here, this reminds me of when we got Icky. When you had Icky and Evan Neal, and it could go either way. You got the Saints picking at 8. Ruben Bain, edge rusher out of Miami. If they don't get Bailey and get Bain, or they gonna get Bain and they get Bailey, I think that's what's gonna happen in this draft. If the two things, number 7 and number 8, I think gonna fall just like that. What y'all think? Ruben Bain to New Orleans because Cam Jackson is gone, or David Bailey, either one. J Live?
I mean,
J Live must be doing so. I think he on mute.
Yeah.
I'm
there, bro.
So what you think? What you think about that? David Bailey or Ruben Bain at number 8 for y'all?
I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it personally, just because. No, that ain't the move I want. They got to address cornerback first, bro.
Cam Jackson just left.
Cornerback. Cam Jordan.
I mean, damn, I said Cam Jack. I mean, Jordan.
Yeah, I know he left, but we still got Granderson and we still got Chase Young, so we ain't desperate for a defensive end. You know what I mean? So, but right now we are pretty desperate for a cornerback. Alontae Taylor leaving, with the role he played, we got to replace that.
I ain't putting bad mouth on Chase Young, but Chase Young ain't the reliable motherfucker in the box now.
Nah, Chase was a force for us last year, bro. Like Chase coming into his own in New Orleans, and he's still 27 this year?
But the nigga ain't been healthy his whole career.
He been pretty healthy with the Saints.
All right.
Well, let me ask the panel this. What do you think about Ruben Bain as a draft prospect? Do you think he's got what it takes to be a Pro Bowler in the NFL? Do you think he'll just be like an okay defensive end, or just like a bust?
I don't think he's gonna be a bust. I don't know if he's gonna be elite.
Shit, I think he's gonna goddamn come up in that motherfucker and jump off the board.
I think the dude from Texas is better than Bain.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Miami's whole team this year was no joke. That's why they got. If you look, they one of the top teams that's got on the offense side of the ball, especially in the trenches. They got tackles coming out that moment. They got interior guards coming out. They got edge rushers coming. They got D tackles coming. That team was for real. It wasn't no fly by night. That team was for real. That's all I got to say.
Quarterback was ass. So think about that. Everybody knew their quarterback was ass, and they still made it to the championship because they won in the trenches.
There you go. I think he legit. I think he legit. He had one fall off year in 3 years in Miami. I think he legit. I think he'll come into the league and his rookie campaign. I say he'll be a 6 to 8 sack guy.
Yeah, and I think I think that's gonna be his career though. I do. I think he's gonna be a 6 to 8 sack guy.
Well, nah, depending on where he's going, man.
Shit, man, really it shouldn't be because he's gonna be rushing the passer. It shouldn't depend on where he goes.
Meaning, he could go somewhere and he could be like say with, let's say how the Giants is. You drafted the old boy who they took, and I don't think he had a pop off year last year. I can't think of his name. That came out of Penn State, but Brian Burns got Carter. Yeah, Brian Burns got 16 sacks, but that don't mean that Abdul Carter can't live up to that. As he get into his body and get into the professional of the game, into the season, man, next year, like, he probably could come out and give you about 10, 12 sacks. I'm just saying, like, certain situations to where you might be playing opposite side of somebody who just that good, like the Browns. They got Myles Garrett. They might could take him. You get what I'm saying? So we don't know technically what's gonna happen. All I'm saying, I'm just giving you an example of certain situations to where he might not just pop off his first year. And it could be because he playing around a lot of talent.
Got a point there, driver.
Yeah,
but I like Baines, man. He about 6'3".
He going. He should be the man.
I like them boys to be about anywhere from 250 to 265, and that's where he at. I like his weight. I like his height. I like his quickness and speed. I like him.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I think he's gonna be a dog as soon as he walk through the door. Shit, that's a goddamn. You ain't missing with him, man. I'm just telling you. You ain't missing.
I'm more high on the guy from Ohio State.
Kansas City. Caleb Downs, and I think that's why they make the move with Trent McDuffie to get down on the cap and everything like that. Because they going cornerback, safety, something like that. That's what they're going to draft. I can see that. What y'all think? And I know good and damn well they're not going to be in no fucking top 10 come next year. Only thing happened was number 15 got hurt. That's the only thing that set them back. So I know they ain't going to be.
Is he coming back this season, or he coming back like towards the end, mid-season, end of the season? That's gonna be the critical thing about this situation.
Yeah, they say he gonna miss a couple games, not the whole season, a couple games.
Oh, okay.
What y'all think?
Yeah, as long as they got a healthy quarterback, they're gonna be relevant.
That's why I say 15. As long as they got 15.
Yeah, 15. That was saying everything involved around him for real. So I can't really speak until he get on that field. So whenever he come back, then we'll kind of know. But if he down, they ain't in no top 10. That ain't gonna happen.
I like Caleb Downs as a player, but I'm thinking the Chiefs are gonna draft some O-line with that pick.
Yeah, you right, broski. I don't know why people keep thinking them linemen ain't gonna be going early, man. There's a lot of teams that need linemen and linebackers, them edge, man, they need them. They're the most sought out the players this year. Ain't no quarterbacks out there.
Yeah, man, this is a great class for offensive tackles, man. Left tackles, right tackles. Man, there's some good guards. It's good if you need some O-line.
Yeah, they going early.
That's what
man.
I told them. I think they're gonna be a big run on them in say the third round. That's what I'm thinking, broski. I done said it about 3 times. I think they're gonna be a big run on offensive linemen around the third round. I think all these skill players and stuff gonna come off the board first and second round, and then it's just gonna be interior linemen, centers, tackles and stuff. Of course, now them left tackles is coming off the board. You know, first round, top 10, this and that. But right tackles and interior guys, boom.
Yeah, and just like they were talking about the Patriots, you know, my boy who came out of LSU, the left tackle, the rookie, how his arms short, you know, they just, you know, they talking about that because they let you know. Huh? Yeah, Will Campbell. So
but he got his ass beat.
What? No, I'm using that to say that even you got took in the first round, don't think that the Patriots ain't gonna go back in that draft and try to say, hey man, I might upgrade, maybe not in the first round, but in the third round. Because I think, you know, they was talking about the center. I don't know if they were talking about the center in the left tackle, or however the case may be, just about particularly their offensive line. So I think they're gonna go back in the draft again this year and try to, you know, for sure put some competition out there. That's what I think.
I mean, the way he played, I mean, he played decent all year, but the Super Bowl, boy, he was a liability.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, go. You get what I'm saying? And to go to the Super Bowl and to be talked about like that, like, you know, and I'm saying that to all teams, they're gonna be really focusing on, you know, a lot to do with the run game, you know, with blocking, however the case, because you've seen a lot of teams running the ball this year. So they're gonna be trying to get them linemen, man, until that quarterback class come out. So, like I say, that's why I'm leaning towards it being an offensive heavy draft. Yeah, offensive line heavy draft. Yeah.
Hey, driver, read me the money.
All right, hold on. $5 super check from Rocket Blue. You don't think we get the 5th round quarterback for the youth in the room, GOAT?
No, Rock and Blue. I think Kenny Pickett is it. That is the youth in the room. He used the backup other than Andy Dalton. No, sir. Anybody else want to answer that?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna waste no more draft capital on the quarterback.
Yeah, it won't make no sense.
Unless they really was being real about competition for Bryce or everybody in the damn room.
They weren't real about competition. They got me. They had me. I was all excited thinking about competition.
They got us.
They got me. Got him. No. 52 fake out. They ran the whole damn play on my ass.
I already knew what was going on. I told everybody, I said, man, I ain't finna go get no competition for that, man.
Look, especially after that, yeah, that's like going backwards, bro. Like, you gotta move forward with what you got this year to see, you know.
The playoffs, like I said, we didn't win the playoffs, but how they hyped it up, you know, ESPN, you know, all this hit. Come on now, you seen it coming now. They weren't gonna come back into the season not trying to relive some of that, you know, that type of hype, you know. So I think, you know, that was kind of like the writing on the wall on far as, you know, what they wanted from the for the fan base to kind of get out. And it kind of sold out the stadium. Then it played good, went down to the last minute. Come on, man. Them folks trying to capitalize off that shit from last year, off that momentum. So,
but that ain't gonna ride nothing. Driver, maybe. I'm gonna tell you the way it is in Carolina. That ain't gonna ride nothing, but maybe 3 to 4 weeks. If it look bad, motherfucker ain't gonna worry about that damn momentum or that playoff game or nothing. If it look good, they're gonna be talking. Oh yeah, we get ready to do this. We're gonna do that. But I can't wait till that schedule come out with them dates and times. Then we'll see.
Yeah.
Read the money for me, there, driver.
All right. Yeah, Jesus. Mike love Jesus. All right, $5 super chat. I can see us picking in the top 5 in 2027 if our offense doesn't improve. We average scoring 18 points per game, which is 27.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Flame. We were scoring 18, 19 points a game. That ain't good enough. And we were 26, 27 on offense. That ain't good enough. Ain't good enough.
Nah, and that's the problem. That's what I'm saying, man. With the Panthers, I like what y'all did, but that's not addressed.
Well, let me address Flame since he brought that up. Dave Canales, when he was at the Bucs, his offense was like 28. That was with Mike Evans, your running back, Chris Godwin. That's with Baker. So, I mean, he only done, the same shit that he was doing, when he was at Tampa Bay.
But is that what you want?
Shit. I mean, he brought it up. I'm just giving you Canales' resume. I mean, he broke that same sorry ass play calling to the goddamn Carolina. And I talked to I wasn't talking, but one of the Bucs, one of their podcast members was talking last night specifically about Dave Canales play calling in the red zone. When he was at the Bucs, they didn't like it. And how he was ranked, bad, So all I'm gonna say is we got the same shit that, we getting the same shit that the Bucs had, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad they took the goddamn play caller, but like I said, we don't know what goddamn Brad Egan's gonna do for real, to be honest. So it's still it's a wait to see game for real.
What's the issue with the play calling in the red zone, driver?
Man, 336. Don't come up here and try to be argumentative with me today.
No, I'm just asking, bro, because I don't understand it.
Not enough quarterback sneaks, nigga.
And I'm gonna tell you what, driver, he took the words right out of my mouth because I was just about to say the same thing. So you got to answer that. You got to answer that shit.
Oh, man. Well, I'm not the only person that I wish Red was in here because he was on the show last night. I'm not a Buck fan, so I wasn't really involved into too much of watching them to figure out what was their problem of offensive struggles. But that person brought it up and explained everything well and basically broke down the same problems that they had with him that he having with us.
Did he tell you that Rashad White was their running back and White wasn't a good running back at all? So they had a terrible run game. And then when you look at us, we got a good run game with no quarterback. So I think he's been limited at both places.
Okay, so they was ranked 28th in offense with Canales. So
I think the run game was.
No, you brought it up, sir. So
yeah, I'm saying I think their run game was 28th. I don't know about the total offense.
Okay, so what's the difference between total offense 28 and total offense 27?
Well, if your run game is ranked 28 and your total offense isn't, that's the difference.
No, I said your total offense 27,
right,
and your total offense 28. What's the difference?
Well, it's not much of a difference, but when you look into it, but driver, you got to look into it though. You can't just get a rankings. You got to look into it. He don't have a quarterback over here, and then over there he didn't have a run game, but he had a quarterback that threw. So over there, he had a quarterback that threw for 4,000 yards and he didn't have a run game. And here he had a quarterback that threw for 3,000 yards, barely crossed that mark, but a run game that ran for what?
Yeah, you making
so it's kind of like the roles
I'm
reversed.
not the one that said it, bro. I'm gonna tell you what they fans said.
Well, I'm just trying to get context to Dave. That's all.
Well, you can do all that you want to because the people have spoken. I mean,
and some just because the people spoke don't mean they're right.
Well, shit.
Agreeing in a group don't make it a fact.
Well, I mean, if everybody keeps saying the same thing, 9 times out of 10, it normally be fucking right.
So did anybody give any context, or are they just upset about Dave Canales and the play calling? Because I promise you, this the thing, driver. This the thing. This the second. This is his third play caller. Okay. Well, fourth play caller for the same quarterback.
So it's Bryce's fault that he can't call play?
No, I don't think him calling plays is the problem. I'm telling you that Bryce has had 4 play callers in the NFL.
You just let me see what you just did. You said you don't think that is a problem.
Well, driver, I'm just telling you. Normally, quarterbacks don't get 4 play callers. That's not a typical thing in the NFL. Where you keep saying the play caller is the problem.
Jalen Hurts got 7. I can't think. There's another quarterback got like 3 or 4. I mean,
I'm glad you said that. Jalen Hurts. What do they look at him as far as quarterback? Philadelphia Eagles fans can't stand him, and they win 14 games.
Oh my God! You actually
why do the Eagles fans not like Jalen Hurts?
Now you telling me
even when they win in 14 games, driver, why do they want Jalen Hurts gone?
I see what I'm telling you through this shit. You can't get up here and argue with me. You got argue.
I'm just asking you questions, driver. I don't want to argue with you.
I just want to answer you questions though. I answer the questions. Now you keep pushing the ball. You like you're trying to answer another question.
Because
how many questions you got?
I got a lot because a lot of the times I don't think y'all
I ain't answering all your questions then.
Okay, well let's talk to everybody then. Yeah. A lot of the times people don't think stuff all the way through, and they think that if the play is unsuccessful, then the play caller is bad. We don't look at execution or anything else. We focus on the play caller and blame him. So again, in Tampa Bay, you got a coach that coached the quarterback to 4,000 yards, but had a terrible run game. Then he leaves Tampa, comes to Carolina, to a quarterback that he had to bench, right? With a running game that was successful, but the quarterback wasn't. So it seems to me that the roles reverse for Dave Canales. We're switching the run game and the quarterbacks. That's why you end up in the same place, to me.
Hey, man, the most common factor into all this is that Dave Canales' offense been ranked last. Before he even got to goddamn Carolina.
Right. Now we have to find out why.
Last in
now
Carolina.
We have to find out why.
Because know why? It's because of him,
so,
nigga.
So how did he get hired? Then why did he get hired and was calling plays, driver, if it was really like that?
Why you got to give up the play caller? Don't ask me. I don't know where your
because people like you and a bunch of crybabies running around here swearing up and down at him. So this is the thing, driver. This is what I keep telling y'all, driver. This is the thing, driver. This is what I want y'all to understand, right? When we come out this year, I hope that the play calling is effective, and I hope that he looks different. And that'll be the 4th play caller for the same quarterback. So next it'll be Brad.
Hey man,
just so you know,
don't get mad at me, bro.
Hey, I'm not upset with you, driver. I just want to predict the future for you. You're gonna be on the same podcast upset about Brad Izzy.
Man, you said people like me.
But, yeah, because that's what y'all do. Y'all blame the play caller.
So driver, read the money, driver. Read the money, driver.
All right, man. We got Flavor deal, man. $5. Driver, I just looked it up. They were ranked 23rd and 32nd in rushing offense, with Canales as the OC. Baker had the most yards and TDs of his career.
So 32nd in rushing, dead last.
Okay, so that was like last night. We got to a conversation last night, and we said Bryce had the most success in his career with Frank Reich calling the plays. Y'all can go look it up. It's a fact. It's a fact. Then if you say Dave, 23rd, 27th, whatever, the run game had a better run game here. The passing game, we know why passing games suffer around here. It's not a secret. Bryce Young on them. Baker,
bro, it's not even his arm. It's just his throwing, pushing the ball downfield. He's sucking.
That's his arm. That's his arm. That's his arm. That's his arm.
I'm not saying it's not arm strength. It's not arm strength. I think it's more decision making and anticipation when you throw it. I think it's more on that level.
I watched this man game all this game, and the damn wide receiver damn near got to be wide open unless he's running a slant or a drag across the field where he does throw with the anticipation and throws it in front of the wide receiver or something like that. If he just streaking down the field, and the first year, his rookie year, everybody kept saying, that's NFL open. That's NFL open. He got to throw that ball over the shoulder. You understand what I'm saying? That's arm strength.
Yeah.
That's pure arm strength of placing that ball over that receiver's shoulder and putting it in the bread basket.
Well, I think it's ball accuracy because he can throw it deep.
Yeah, he can throw it.
Right? He can throw it deep. It's ball placement and literally anticipation. You barely see him throwing before the guy cut.
It gets a little lofty. That when he does throw it deep, because you see, okay, you go watch his mechanics, and with his height and everything, and his size and his strength, his trajectory and where he launches that ball from is way up here. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like them other guys, you know what I'm saying, with that motion that flick that thing, you know what I'm saying, with a regular windup. So it gets a little lofty and it tends to air out up there. That's what we mean by arm strength. If that ball's sitting there floating, shit, the damn defensive back got to play on it just as well as the wide receiver. Y'all know that.
We seen that underneath too. Not just deep. We seen that underneath.
I mean, fuck.
So that's all I say. I ain't gonna beat the shit out of him today. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I ain't gonna beat the shit out of him today. I'm just say what it is. And I don't think nobody, even Driver, I don't think he disagree with me from what I just said.
Yeah. Yeah, good old Bryce.
So just like he said, to sit there and beat Canales, play calling. Y'all gonna see. And just because he gave it to Brad, that don't mean shit.
Yeah, but it's funny when every time you're talking about coordinators, it's normally a bad quarterback that go along with that. They go hand in hand, man. But Canales says he got a track record of not really killing it as far as offense.
Well, he's only had 2 attempts, so, and he on the second one.
Yeah, but how many years though?
What's this, year 4? He called plays for 3 years, maybe.
No. Oh, what? He been calling plays, or he been with counting Tampa Bay?
Yeah. What is it? 3 years, 4 years? He been calling plays.
Going into year 4. Yeah, going into year 4.
But he ain't even calling this plays this year, so I guess it would just be 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years, because they snatched it this year. So, yeah, he won't be starting calling this year. So, yeah.
And that pretty much
tells you everything
you need to know.
But the guy that they gave play calling to ain't never called plays.
He ain't never called plays.
And this is going to get better.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I hope
and
he's
it's supposed to get better.
some type of genius or something though, Goat. Because if not, man, they're gonna want him out of here quickly.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. 336. I think it's a setup. But I don't know, man. Then I see some of the moves that we made. Like, all right. Y'all want okay? Let's talk. Let's get into it. Let's talk. When they took the play calling from him, and he gave it to Brad. So basically, that was an extension of him. So really, that wasn't anything but a lateral move. So I was thinking that Dan Morgan and David Tepper set him up to fail. That's what I was thinking. I'm just outside looking in. I thought they set him up to fail so that we could come back, get a new quarterback, and get a new head coach in. Now then I seen the move that we made on the defensive side of the ball with the money that we spent, this, that, the third. Only other thing I could think and say, oh, well, they're setting the defense up, this, that, and the third for the next guy. I don't know what to
man.
think.
You spend that much money. You spend that much money, bro. You ain't tanking. You ain't worrying about the next guy. You worrying
Yeah, you
about
trying
right
to
now.
exactly, J Live. That's what made me think like, whoa. I'm looking like, whoa. Well, why you do this? You see what I'm saying? You trying to win.
Yep.
So that kind of scratched what I was thinking earlier, but like 336 said, J Live, you took the play calling from a guy that was going into his fourth year to give it to a guy that's never done it before in his life.
Well, man, hey,
and they keep talking about Bevel like that's the saving grace.
They might see something in that man, but shit, bro. Canales ain't really doing nothing with it. You see what somebody else can do.
Bevel gonna be in the booth, ain't he?
I don't know just yet, because see, when you look at his title and everything like that, it kind of what it kind of did to me. 336. It was like, oh shit, he's available. Let me bring him on here before he goes somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like they had to push somebody to the side just a little bit and smush him in the middle to try to make room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We already got the coaching staff. We set, but he's available.
And from what everybody say, I don't know too much about him. From what everybody say, he's got this good offensive mind or whatever. So I was just wondering, like, game day, where are you gonna be at? You gonna be on the sideline, on the radio? You gonna be in the booth, calling down to Brad and Dave, or what's the? And I still don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know how much influence on play calling Dave gonna have on Sunday.
Man,
like, is this really
niggas, man?
This thing, did you really give him play calling? Like, are you really all the way out the way? Is Brad really gonna call this?
That nigga on the hot seat, man.
Well, I think if he is on the hot seat, he ain't on the hot seat alone. He's sharing that church pew with a couple other motherfuckers. I promise you that, Driver.
Yeah, you're right. The nigga he brought in, him and Izzy.
Yeah, and the one he came in to help and to work with.
The nigga he came with that nigga that was here before him.
So this is the thing, Driver. I hate we keep having to go back to this. So you gonna tell me, right, Dave on the hot seat. So if things don't work out this year, are you saying he gone, or it's a likelihood that he gone?
I'm saying that I think that we're gonna have a great year, and I'm saying that it's not just gonna be based on the offense. I think just like everything around the team, the way he, like we look at the coach for the Lions, the way I view the coach for the Jets, like certain coaches, like the coach from the Bears, certain coaches kind of like get their team and motivate them in different ways. I mean, to me, he just got a soft voice. You know what I'm saying? I just never liked him as a leader. Right. So, I mean, that's just my opinion, 336. I mean, I'm not saying that.
Are you questioning him motivating the team? That he can't motivate the team?
Yeah, I don't see him
But you and some of the other guys credit that the team. How did the team get from 5 wins one year to 8 wins this year? So he got to motivate some damn body.
Man, I see like I told y'all, bro. I think Evero was the key to a lot of that shit.
Evero hasn't said a word.
I mean, yeah, they ain't got. I mean, but they talk about him. They speak on how people wanted him gone. They say that shit out their own mouth. That people were speaking on that shit. And my thing is, I think the players listen to him. Feel like he more of a, that's just me, bro. Like, I just think that I just see him more of a, relatable coach, a person that actually take the business so serious to the point where a nigga know that what he putting out, you know what I'm saying, they getting the best for him, best out of them. He getting the best out of his players.
I'm gonna have to partially agree with you though. Because Dave Canales' coaching style ain't my favorite, right? I do like the Dan Campbell type. But if you're going to say you don't trust his leadership because he has a soft voice and because of his demeanor, why do you trust the leadership of the quarterback who is equally just like the head coach?
Oh, my goodness.
My quarterback ain't got to be like that. My quarterback coming out there to play.
So the head coach as a leader,
had no dog in him, huh?
Hold on.
The coach as a leader needs to be a dog, and he needs to be like that.
Ain't nobody Bryce, who said Bryce on the dog though?
He on your ass, driver. He on your ass, driver.
He's just like the coach though, driver.
Because the way that my head coach approaching the game as a leader, I mean, that's like his motivation to the team in a way that the quarterback motivating the team is being with his play, his motivation on the sideline. I seen Bryce do more motivating on the sideline than Canales. I mean,
there's no sideline cameras though, and we usually don't see that.
Yes, they got it on there. The Bryce walking up and down the sideline telling niggas, telling them niggas and motivating niggas, we don't come back and do this. Bryce do that. He walked down the sideline.
Dave Canales is probably on the headset, as a head coach.
Nigga,
he is not fired up, rah. He is not, no. Driver, stop it.
Yeah.
He's probably on the headset on the sideline dealing with the next play. Man, he should be because he's on the sideline. He's not on the field playing.
This nigga lying. He is not rah. Get up.
He's trying though. He's trying though. Driver, you trying though. We seen the little clips of him on the sideline trying to get people hyped up. We seen it. But that doesn't mean the same thing. Come on, man.
You throw a damn iPad and shit like that.
Bryce,
he on the sideline. Stay with me. After he fucked up, he on the sideline talking about stay with me. Now I done put you in a hole. Now I'm gonna tell y'all when y'all mad as hell, I'm gonna tell you to stay with me.
That's what I done told him to stay with you. Nigga, you crazy as hell. I ain't staying with you.
Driver, he put him in a hole and then he gonna tell them to stay with him after they get mad as hell.
Oh, we gonna come back, guy. Nigga, I did what I supposed to do. You the one out here throwing interceptions.
Hey,
Driver, you crazy as hell. Hey, he tried that shit, go.
I know he did. Bryce on the sideline. That mother on the sideline. There ain't no field general or no sideline general.
Man, Dave Canales trying to talk to that nigga got that told him to get my motherfucking way, nigga. I just fucked up, nigga. Yeah, he motivating, man. He one of them type of niggas, dog.
Right, but he told him to get out the way after he messed up.
Yeah, see, they let you know, dog. He got passion for the game. Canales ain't showing no passion out there.
Y'all hold on one second. Y'all keep it flowing.
Yeah, Canales on the hot seat, 336. No matter if you like it or not, man. You're on that hot seat, man. We finna have Evero be the head coach, man. That's why you think he ain't going nowhere.
That defense gonna fall off then.
Man, you crazy as fuck, man. That boy will be winning the Super Bowl for sure. If he was the head coach right now, our Booker's going to the Super Bowl. We going in anyway, but I know I got more faith than that motherfucker.
Nigga, you gotta get out the South before you start talking.
Then goddamn Canales goddamn beanhead ass.
That's your boy.
Man, nigga did a flea flick in the goal line, man. Man, listen here. When that nigga did that shit, it was over. He don't got no respect for me, no more.
I'm saying. Well, that nigga, bro. I'm saying, bro. Look, I like the enthusiasm, but that offense still the same, man. And that's your only issue. Offense still the fucking same. Y'all gonna have them same ass problems. Kicking field goals.
Well, I give people the heads up before shit happen, man. See, every time I say shit, I be like, man, I told y'all like, man, what about this? Why y'all think this right here gonna happen? And then soon, a couple months later, when this happened, man, don't come back and say, the damn driver said that shit. I'm just trying to get y'all niggas the goddamn scoop, man. Nigga on that nigga on boiling water right now. That's why he trying to get the play called up. So, see, he tried to turn down that stove a little bit. Try to throw that shit off with somebody else. Like niggas ain't paying attention. Nah, we see you, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying, man? Y'all niggas ain't never happy, bro. Nigga bring in people and shit. Y'all still getting on the man ass.
Dallas ain't shit. I don't know why 336 tried to defend that sorry motherfucker. He tried to do that goddamn because he know goddamn Bryce on the team. But they know.
Fucking Bryce, man.
Yo, I'm back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so yeah, fellas, I got to go inside. It's been a great discussion. It's about lunchtime right here, man. I loved it. I don't know if we're gonna do one later on, but I know I'll probably do one in the morning. I appreciate everything we talked about. Signing time. We talked about signing across the league. We talked about the opponents that we're gonna play away. I think one or two of them was at home. Man, it's been real informative to me. I loved it.
Yes,
That way
sir.
it
Yes,
don't get in the echo chamber like Panther, because y'all guys know what we're doing as Panthers. Y'all got to start knowing who we getting ready to face. Hey man, big shout out to Broski Bear, man. Like I said, that's an NFC North guy. Jay Live, that's a Saints guy. Red called in, that's a Falcons guy. We had Buck in the house. Y'all know that's a Buccaneers guy. I love it. Anybody else? Panama Queen gave a couple comments.
Andrew.
That's a NFC West guy, Andrew Cleveland Brown. Y'all see what I'm saying? I want more from other fan bases to come and chime in because I want to see. I know, but I'm trying to show my fan base how we line up and stack up against other people out there. Because it ain't just like Driver said, win the division. It starts with win the division. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, please. It starts with win the division. But this division is weak. That's just like the Bucks. The Bucks will win this division one game, this and that, or half a game, go to the playoffs, and get their whole head knocked the fuck off. Smooth the fuck off their shoulders. Man, that ain't worth a damn. That ain't shit. Now here, just like 336 say, we sitting here getting a new play caller who ain't never called plays before and think this shit getting ready to be so sweet. We sitting here and we always talking about the damn quarterback. We sitting here, got to go get his old receiver from college, and we think this shit gonna be so sweet. We sitting here every year spending hundreds of millions of dollars, and we think this shit gonna be so sweet. The offensive side of the ball, whether some of y'all like it or not, the needle ain't moved. It ain't moved. 27, 26, 19 points a game. After we spent hundreds of millions of dollars, 2,000-yard running back, a number 1 draft pick for the 3rd time going to get a wide receiver. This shit ain't moved.
Nope.
And you talking about teams that we getting ready to play this year that jump by leaps and bounds in 1 year, teams that solidify their defense, teams that solidify their offense. We ain't won no damn road game, and we got to go play them. Like I said, them cold weather teams, your boy ain't never played in cold weather. Never. Never. Yeah. When he played in a little bit of wind last year, we had to strategically put him against the wind. Well, throw him with the wind. Stop that shit.
And what we gonna get out of the draft that's gonna take us from 2027 to top 10?
Ask Driver 336. Ask Driver. Hell, ask Driver.
That's all right.
He loves. Ask Driver. Shit. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, because I ain't got that information yet. I'm still doing my my research, but I have an answer for you before the draft. 336.
Damn. Hey, 336 Driver boy. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming in, hitting that button. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we might do it a little bit later on tonight. It's been a great show. Appreciate everybody. Other than that, y'all, man, I'm going to get out here. I'm going to go get me some lunch, finish up my day. Y'all know what time it is. Oh, shit. It's Thursday, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Station 88 NCAA. Okay. Damn, I forgot what that is. 6:30. Station 88 NCAA. Station 88 NCAA. Go and check out our college draft channel. Station 88 NCAA. I need to see you in the building tonight. We're going to break it down some more. All right. Other than that, y'all know what time it is, man. We out here.